The following is a special presentation of the Northside Methodist Academy Media Team.
The football field is lined. Those lines create yards. Yards turn into first downs. First downs turn into touchdowns. Why do we love the game of football? We hang on our team's success with each snap taken. We call them our team when our only role is fan. We jump for joy when they win and we cry in defeat. Football teaches teamwork, conditioning, and endurance. In 1 Thessalonians 1:3, Paul gives thanks to God that faith has produced work, and love has produced labor, and hope has produced endurance. Listen to football as you've never heard it before. Sure, you will hear excitement when there is a touchdown scored.
The 30 to the 25, makes a move to the 20. He's going to be in! Touchdown! Northside!
But in addition to that, you will also hear more than football analysis play-by-play. You will hear how God is working in the lives of these local football families represented tonight.
Dear Lord, thank you for letting us live another day. Please keep everyone safe as they play tonight. Keep everyone from getting hurt and let us not just play to win, but play for your glory, Lord, as we know and love you. Amen.
This is Mark Hall from Casting Crowns, and tonight you will hear God glorified. Whatever you do it all for the glory of God.
Northside Knights football is on the air.
Grade 18! Heads up!
Now let's join the Northside broadcast team for tonight's game.
We're live at Rickview Stadium in Dothan, getting set for a 3A Region 2 battle. It's homecoming night for Northside Methodist as they host the Ashford Yellow Jackets. Good evening, everyone. Good to have you here with us on the Joy FM, broadcasting all over Southeast Alabama, the Southwest Georgia, the Panhandle of Florida, and all over the world on the Joy FM Alabama mobile app. Let me introduce the broadcast team to you tonight. We have with us the professor, our football analyst, Mr. Chuck Locke. Good evening, sir.
Boys, glad to be back. Matt, a beautiful night here, half moonlit, but a great night at Rickview Stadium.
Absolutely. Our producer tonight is Northside senior Mr. Hatcher Potter. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. I'm happy to be here and watch a good football game. Go Knights.
Good to have you here.
Well
and I'm Matt Johnson with the play-by-play. It's homecoming night, Chuck, so we had a lot. We had the court just out on the field, and it's a big night for Northside. It's the last home game of the year, and this is a game that's kind of always close. You and I know that. There's some history there, though, because there's you got Coach Gainey, who used to be at Ashford. His son, who plays for Northside now, has a lot of friends over the Ashford side. So there's a lot of connection there, but it's always kind of a fun when these two teams get together.
It is, and the rivalry, if you want to call it that, Matt, has been healthy, if I can put it that way. It hasn't been contentious. It's been very respected on both sides. Now, that doesn't take away either side want to win any less, but it's been a healthy rivalry, which speaks well, and considering where we are in our culture, it's we can build upon that for these young people, not knowing what their days are ahead of them. So just measure this as a game, and I'm excited to see them compete and maybe just pull away for a bit and enjoy high school football.
Absolutely. Well, I caught up with Coach Gainey this week, and to talk about this game and the importance of it is to him and it being homecoming, and here's what he had to say on this week's edition of the 2-Minute Drill.
Hey, I'm Mikaelin Gainey, senior at Northside, and it's time for the 2-minute drill with my dad, Coach Stefan Gainey.
A pleasure to join the 2-minute drill. Obviously, it's homecoming week, it's Ashford week, so that's double the fun, double the competitiveness as well. The last couple years have come down to a Hail Mary, basically, for us. For 1 year, a Hail Mary at halftime, which ended up being the game-winning touchdown. Everything has come down to the last 30 seconds the last 2 years, so it's been a nice, tight ball game. We know they'll be fired up to play us as well. We should be fired up to play them. Coaching over there for 4 years, I do have the privilege of knowing a lot of those guys, so they certainly want to beat me, and I certainly don't want to lose to them. Neither does my son. This is his senior class on both sides. He still talks to a lot of those guys, so it should be plenty of fun. We should be plenty amped up to get this game going. I know I am. I'm only guaranteed 8 more quarters with these seniors. And I'm not really ready for the ride to end. They've given everything to the program. They've helped turn some things around. We haven't seen all the success just yet that we want at the end of the game. But I tell you, the program is in a better situation right now, not just because of me. I've just continued the push forward for this young football program.
So, Chuck, you talk about special night for Coach Gainey, and he mentioned, how close these games have been with Ashford and Northside, and you and I got to be a part of a game 2 years ago that was really, really close. I know you remember that.
I do.
And I have a special treat for you because I pulled out the audio of that amazing call that we had because it was such a crazy game because Northside was down. It was towards the end of the game. They were driving, but then they had penalty after penalty after penalty, and it was just so strange, and the penalties were strange, and it was like 4th and long at midfield. And then all of a sudden, we had this that happened.
24 seconds to go. Could be the last play of the game if the Knights can't get a first down here. They got a long ways to go. Back to pass is Stevens. Rolling to the far side. Looking. Now throws deep. Down the far sideline. He's got some men. He's got it! He's got it! He caught it inside the 5-yard line! 15 seconds to go, and there are no flags! No flags! Wow, what a miracle!
So that was fun. I just had to pull that out to remind you of how much fun that game was.
Oh, what a night. Yeah, that just brings back just great memories, Matt. And it's, I tell you what, the people can't tell, and that should give us more listenership alone, that we enjoy what we're doing. It's fun. The camaraderie we have here to watch young people come up and learn a skill, but to watch these young men compete and just be part of it. It's just a great Friday night.
Absolutely. Well, these two teams are very similar in their region record. They're both 1-5. Northside lost to Strawn last week, 56-21. A tough Strawn team, which will probably either win the region or come in second behind Houston Academy, depending on how that falls together.
Right.
And then Ashford gave New Brockton all they could handle. It was a 22-0 lead for New Brockton at halftime, and Ashford came back and just had the ball with about a minute to go and had a chance to win that game and threw an interception to lose it, and they lost that game 30-26. So both these teams are hungry. It would be great for North, especially homecoming night, to get a win. And, of course, on the other side there with Ashford, they're going to want to, to spoil the fun for the homecoming for Northside.
That's right. And with that kind of comeback in the second half, you have to think the Ashford coaching staff really did their due diligence in building on that emotion.
Yeah.
Hey, best you can. Forget about the L. You guys showed resilience, and you came out and you really took it to a pretty good team and competed. So I would be surprised if Ashford did not build on that emotion and come out and really compete. So Northside's going to have to answer that, and that's going to be a challenge.
It is, and one of the things that as I watched the film today of Ashford, they're a run-first team. They're going to run out of the gun. They're going to run out of the pistol formation. They're going to do a lot of those type of things, and they're going to want to run the ball. But if Northside can slow that down and make them throw the ball, that's huge because that is not their strength at all in passing the ball. They did try to do it because they had to, but they were most successful when they were running the ball last week against New Brockton. So what really hurt Ashford, I think, a lot was turnovers and penalties. So we'll watch that tonight to see how this game kind of unfolds with that.
That's great insight. And I'd be surprised if Coach Gainey, of course, he knows that, and we'll stack the box and see if the defense can't get some stops, force Ashford into a game they're not comfortable with. And really, if you think about that with high school athletes, that's going to be a catalyst to penalties because you get out of your comfort zone, you start making mental mistakes, you lose focus, and that could be really a key to a Northside victory tonight.
Absolutely. The captains are going to the middle of the field for the coin toss. And Chuck, one of the things that I think is going to be real important for Northside tonight, they need to stay ahead of the sticks. One of the things that was really kind of hard to watch 3 weeks ago when we did the Providence game is they'd find themselves 2nd and 12, 3rd and 9. They would, really long in a position where they didn't have a lot of options. This team, I think, can throw on Ashford. I think that there's definitely opportunity. New Brockton had great success throwing the ball. But you want to be able to establish that line of scrimmage and get a running game established and then set up the pass with that.
I agree. Quick hits, just simple pitch and catch. Simplify it, get some success, get some momentum. We've seen this Northside team going all the way back to Cottonwood. When they have a rhythm in a set of downs, they are a good ball team offensively. They can move the ball. We've seen it. It's just establishing that rhythm, and trying to find that tonight is always going to be a challenge.
Absolutely. Northside is going to be kicking off to start this game. Ashford will receive and get the ball first, so that'll be a good test for the Knights defense, see if they can get them to get a stop. And it's going to be should be a fun night tonight. Good crowd tonight. Northside fans really coming out, and great crowd here from Ashford just down the road. So really excited for tonight's ball game. Chuck, give us 2 keys to the game for Northside.
Well, I think we've already established it, Matt. It's for offensively for the Knights. Come out and establish rhythm. Whether that be the run or the pass, I think, could be equally important. But whatever works, to find that rhythm, stay ahead of the chains like we mentioned, and stay away from simple mistakes. Defensively, defend the run, stack the box, force it into a pass game. And if they have success there, well, then so be it. But Ashford hadn't shown that all year, so that's going to be the key to the game. Establish rhythm, stop the run. Absolutely.
And it should be good. It should be a lot of fun. Ashford's in their road uniforms, white jerseys, yellow pants, black helmets. Northside is in it looks like to me that's a black jersey with green letters or green numbering, and their green helmets with white pants tonight. It seems like every time we've seen them, they've got a different.
Well, I said last broadcast, I think they're the organ of the Wiregrass. We just don't know what uniform they'll run.
Absolutely. As we are getting ready for kickoff here, we're going to take a step away here and take a timeout, getting ready for kickoff. As we do, we're joined by 2 Northside students tonight to lead us in prayer. First up is Daniel Brown. He's a junior, member of the Praise Band, leads weekly prayer meetings for students and plays on the tennis team. Evan Pavlak's also senior FCA leadership and defensive tackle, and we are joined now by them with lead of prayer.
Father, we thank you for this day that we get to play football. We just pray for the safety of all the players out there, Lord. We just pray that whoever wins, whoever loses, Lord, that we would just represent you well. In your name we pray. Amen.
Let's pray. Lord, I thank you for today and all that you've done for us. I pray that tonight will be injury-free and that all who are playing tonight will reflect your character. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
This is Andrea Johnson from Northside Methodist Academy in Dothan, where we offer a traditional and Christ-centered education. Northside is proud to celebrate being named the best private Christian school in the Wiregrass for 2 years in a row. We offer great extracurricular programs such as choir and band, as well as clubs and enrichment courses in computer, art, music, and STEAM. For more information, check out our website at nmacademy.net or schedule a tour by calling 334-794-7273. Northside Methodist Academy is a nonprofit business ministry partner with the Joy FM.
The Joy FM is grateful for Northside Methodist Academy, training young champions for Christ and molding the decision makers of tomorrow. We pray God's blessing and protection over all the students, staff, and leadership from all of us at the Joy FM.
Northside Football is thankful for support from Hangar 38, located at 3120 Ross Clark Circle in Dothan. I'm Jesse, senior linebacker at Northside Football, and Hangar 38 can host birthday parties or even team building events. Phone 334-699-6350.
Hello, I'm Kaylin Dorsey, Northside Class of 2024. Northside Football is thankful for Alan Rogers and the Joint Chiropractic Clinic for their generous support. Open evenings and weekends to fit many schedules. Phone number 334-577-4722.
I'm Michaela Buchanan, Northside Junior, and Northside Athletics would like to thank Mike Miller with Country Financial for their generous support. Mike Miller is a Country Financial representative providing insurance and financial services in the Wiregrass area. Phone 334-828-8280. Scott Stevens Tire and Service is a proud supporter of Northside Athletics, specializing in tires and auto repair. I'm Autumn Dressler, a senior cross-country and track and field athlete at Northside. Thank you to Scott Stevens Tire and Service for their generous support. Phone number 334-794-6969.
The Joy FM is honored to help celebrate 10 years of football with Northside Methodist Academy. Thank you to those pioneers that paved the way for future generations to shine the light for Jesus Christ on and off the field. Congratulations from all of us at the Joy FM.
This is Mike Mordecai from Northside Methodist Academy in Dothan, where we are building champions for life. With our athletic programs, we value character above all else. Our dedicated coaching staff teaches young men and women how to use God's gift for His glory. Northside Methodist competes in the Alabama High School Athletic Association. For more information, see our website at nmacademy.net or call 334-794-7273 to schedule a school tour. Northside Methodist Academy is a nonprofit business ministry partner with the Joy FM.
Northside Knights football on the Joy FM. WIPP Abbeville Dothan. WPHH Hopeful Montgomery. WTID Graceville, Florida. And worldwide on the Joy FM Alabama mobile app. I'm Elena Townsend, a senior at Northside Methodist, and it's time for the kickoff. Go Knights, go!
Welcome back to Ripley Stadium. We're going to set the kickoff here, and it's loud here, Chuck. We've got the bands going. Both teams are on the field.
Sounds like a high school football game, doesn't it?
It kind of does, and we're kind of sandwiched in between the two sides here at Rip Hughes. We've got all the fans on one side, and we are set up with Northside on our left and Ashford on our right. So getting set for kickoff here. Ashford will receive the ball to start things off. Glad you could join us here on the Joy FM. Chuck Locke here. I'm Matt Johnson. Hatcher Potter, our producer tonight. And it's a great evening. It feels great out here tonight,
does,
Chuck.
Matt. It feels wonderful. And, we've had some experiences in the past few years, Matt. A game this late in the season, the cold will sneak up on you. But tonight, mild, no rain, like you said, slight breeze. Great night for high school football.
Absolutely. So Fitz Carter is going to tee it up here at the 40-yard line on the near hash. And Northside's got to be really ready here because last week Ashford ran one back for a touchdown. He was called back on a penalty, but they can do it.
Interesting setup here already for Northside looking to kick.
This looks like an onside kick.
From the near hash.
Yeah. So let's see what they do. Waiting for the officials to give us the green light here.
And it looks like we've already got a conference in the back between the head judge, white hat. That's an inauspicious beginning for the crew tonight, Matt.
It is. I don't know if there's a communication error with their headsets or what, or if they're waiting for the top of the hour to officially be 7 o'clock.
Not sure, but we will stay in suspense with all the listeners.
They've changed it looks like Fitz Carter is actually now backed up a little bit now to kick this far away, so there's a big open field here on the near side on the 10-yard line. Nobody's back there, so let's see if he tries to put it right there.
Could very well be. I'm glad our equipment is in better working order than that of the refereeing crew.
Yeah. Yeah, that's tough for them, I'm sure. It's a big crew that has to communicate.
No, we could be saying they're trying to communicate with the flyover from Fort Rucker, but there's not one.
There's not one. So we're just kind of standing here. Teams are. Oh, it's the clock issue, according to our friend Mike Lawson. And here we go. Kickoff. High, short kick to the far sideline. It's going to be bounce, and it's going to be picked up at the 25. And he's going to be across the 30, slips the tackle, still on his feet, and he's going to be finally wrapped up at about the 33-yard line.
Well, I think that wash for both sides, it was probably not quite what Northside wanted as far as that kick attempt, and Ashford honestly could have got a deeper return than that. So for the night defense, hey, we'll take it from the 34. Let's load the box here, boys, and see if we can't stop this run attack.
The Knights in it's blackout apparently for Northside as they're in their black uniforms, and the student section is also wearing black. So that must have been the theme today at the school. Ashford comes out with 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right in a shotgun formation.
4-man front, 3 deep linebackers for the Knights.
Here's the snap. And he's going to keep her, go around the outside. He's gets hit, and he gets dropped, a gain of about 3.5, 4 yards.
Hey, pretty decent job there, Matt, on the end there for the Knights. It looks like was that Jacobson? Anyway, he held contained, turned the play back inside for the Knights then to keep that gain, I think, to a minimum.
Yeah, 2nd down and 6 for Ashford. Opening drive of the game. Here's the snap. Give coming around the near side, trying to get to the corner. Got flags down. He gets across the 45, across the 50, and I bet we got a holding call that's going to bring him back, and we do.
That's what it's going to be. Pretty simple call there made. It was evident even to these old eyes up here, Matt. Fortunate for the Knights, it was well blocked, but for good reason. That time, it's amazing how easy it is to get a good block when you hold the guy.
Absolutely.
You know, as we said in pregame, I'm sorry, Matt, that the job of the defensive line here is not necessarily to try to make a tackle. Eat up that trench. Let the linebackers charge down, make the stop, and be sure of the tackles. That's one key that I probably neglected is sure tackling. That's going to be a must for the Knights tonight.
2nd down and 16 for Ashford. Ball is spotted at the Ashford 28-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation with 2 running backs on either side of the quarterback. Here's the snap. He's going to quick throw out to the flat. He's got his man. He gets hit pretty quick. Going to get about 3 yards on the carry and make it 3rd and long.
Matt, that was different looking. It looked like he had an option to throw one way or the other.
It did, either the running back or the wide receiver. He had a choice.
I've seen run-pass option, not pass option. But,
well, it might have been a run-pass option because he had 2 running backs back there. He could have maybe given it away too.
That could be. It makes me wonder who's on first.
So this is what Northside is going to want to do tonight. It's going to make Ashford go 3rd and long and make them throw the ball.
Watch out for that draw or some type of screen here from the Yellow Jackets.
Back to pass, looking, under pressure, throws quickly. He's got a screen pass. He's got it. He's got near the 1st down. I think he's going to have it.
I believe he's going to have it by half a yard, Matt.
Yeah, that was kind of a shovel pass right there up the middle, and it worked out great for the Yellow Jackets there, giving the 1st down at the 45.
I just remember that from last year and the year before with this team. Not a passing team, but they'll do a little bit like that, whether it be a shuttle pass or a screen, and that's their attack.
1st down for Ashford. Come out to the line quickly. Here's the snap. And a give. Coming around the near side, trying to get the corner. And he gets hit at the 50, dropped right about the 49-yard line, gain of about 6.
I believe the Knight defender there wanted hold again, but it was just a good, strong block. His hands were within the shoulders, and he had him up under the pads. Just hard to break away from that. Not the kind of game we want on 1st down for the Knights, but 6 or 7 yards there for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, he had them 3rd and 13. You like to have seen them, get them in the punting formation at that point, but they made a great play there. So 2nd down at about 4. Here's the snap. And the keeper again going around the outside. Now he's got some room. He's got the 1st down and more. Puts his head down, and he gets to the 40-yard line. And that's where he's dropped there.
Yeah, Stephon Gainey was on the receiving end of that hit that time by the Yellow Jackets quarterback. Good, strong run by that young man. He showed a lot of patience getting out of that. It looked chaotic when they first started running it, Matt, but he was patient, let the blocks develop, and 1st down for the guys from Ashford.
Yeah, it's funny because the quarterback, number 4, Aaron Lewis, is listed as a linebacker for the Yellow Jackets, but he's running the ball. Here we go. Giving pitch to the outside, trying to get around the outside. Doesn't. Gets maybe a yard. He's dropped.
Great defense there by the Knights. Outstanding read, and Jordan Stanford looked like he made that play, not all on his own, but ran the guy down from the back and made the tackle.
So 2nd down and 9. Ball at the Northside 39-yard line. 8:39 to go, 1st quarter, opening drive of the game.
Again, here's where you want to see the defense really step it up and attack the ball. Swarm to it. 2nd long, let's turn that into a 3rd and long. A big play right here for the Knights. I know it's only part of the first quarter, but to establish the stop of the run.
Snap, give. Going around the outside is the running back. He's got it, and he's brought down at the 35. That's going to make it about 3rd and 4.5.
Yeah, not terrible. Probably could have been a little better defended on the left end there, but the linebacker came and made the play and made it quite well for the Knights. Was that Jesse Dyson? Is that who that was, Matt?
What was his number?
It said 48, but I don't see
it's
the
46. I think it's okay. Jesse. This is probably four down territory for Ashford here.
I would
3
think
wide
so.
receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Back to pass. Lewis looking, has time. Now he throws deep down in the field. It's a duck, and it's going to be incomplete. That thing wobbled. We got flags down here on the near sideline, though.
Matt, I don't know if that – it could be illegal hands to the face. I'm not sure, but it came from the side judge. Legal man downfield.
So we'll make it 4th down if they decline it. Otherwise, it'll be 3rd and 10. So what do you do here, Chuck, if you're the coach?
I think since it is 4 down territory, I would take the penalty and back them up.
That's exactly what they're going to do. Way to go, Coach Chuck.
Well, you don't call me professor for nothing.
Way to earn that title, right?
The trick is, Matt, you see the referee turn one way or the other, and you go ahead and predict the call.
There you go. Oh, I was looking at the coach, and I saw him point. So, I mean, there was that too. So 3rd down and 10 now for Ashford at the 40-yard line.
Big opportunity here for the Knights.
2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They got the 2 running backs on either side of the quarterback, Lewis. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Now he's going to run it. And he's going around the outside. He puts his head down, puts his feet down, and he dives, and he may have a 1st down.
Unbelievable effort by the quarterback, linebacker for the Yellow Jackets. He was stopped 5 yards short. Did a little pirouette, spun again, pressed the X button, spun again, gained the 1st down.
So 1st down at the 30-yard line. Just got what he needed. He's a big guy.
Oh, he's the best-looking quarterback linebacker I think I've seen.
There's no way he weighs, well, he may weigh 210. I was thinking maybe more like 225. Quick pass to the near sideline. He's got his man. He's at the 30, and he falls forward at about the 26-yard line, gain of about 4.
Excellent job then by the defender. Really came up and stuffed that play to turn it back inside. You may not see that except on the film, but Gunnar Jacobson, again, turning that play back to the inside, really probably saved a long gain.
So 2nd down and 6. Ball at the 26. Ashford.
Keeping the ball a long time, Matt.
They are. They're keeping the ball a long time with 6:47 to go in the 1st quarter. This is the opening drive. Here's the snap, back to pass, throws quickly to the outside again. Same guy, and he gets hit immediately and drops. He's going to lose a couple of yards.
And that was really an illegal block in the back that was not called. The defender, the offensive player just pretty much blocked him into the ball carrier and helped with the tackle.
So this brings up 3rd down and 7.
Well, this seems like the 10th big 3rd down they've had on this drive, Matt.
Yeah, they're definitely 3 for 3 or 4 for 4 on those. I don't remember how many it's been, but they've gotten them every time.
But it's now 3rd and long again. I know we've had a 3rd and 13, a 3rd and 10, now 3rd and 8.
I bet we do a quarterback draw. What do you think? Back to pass. He's looking. Now he's running to the near side, looking, still looking. Now he throws deep over the end. He's got his man at the 10. He's going to be in. Touchdown.
That's just a simple loss of containment, Matt. It was they just lost the guy.
Yep.
He came back to the ball, froze. Just a loss of containment. I don't know how else to describe it.
Yeah, not being able to get more pressure on the quarterback is what allowed that play to happen and develop. And that puts him up 6-0 with the extra point to come.
You know, you just got to tip your hat. He scrambled, waited. I thought he could run it, tuck the ball, and maybe gain half of it. But the receiver made a great play on the ball. And just all-around good play, bad play for the Knights.
On for the extra point attempt here. No wind in the stadium. And it's going to be no good. He is sacked. The holder is sacked. And it'll be no good. 5:52 to go. Ashford leads Northside 6-0. You're listening to Northside Knights football on the Joy FM.
Northside Football is thankful for support from Hangar 38. Located at 3120 Ross Clark Circle in Dothan, I'm Jesse, senior linebacker at Northside Football. And Hangar 38 can host birthday parties or even team building events. Phone 334-699-6350.
Northside has been named the best private school in the Wiregrass for the last 2 years in a row. I'm Edie Ezel, class of 2025. To learn more about Northside and if it's a fit for your student, check out nmacademy.net.
I am Logan Hathcock, Northside class of 2018, and this is Northside Knights football on the Joy FM. Go Knights, go!
Kickoff here from Ashford after they took the opening drive and marched all the way down the field and got six points on the board. High kick, going to be muffed, picked up at the 25, and he's got some room, but then he keeps getting sidesteps, but not much. He gets up to the 31.
He couldn't put it in drive, Matt. It just looked like he was stuck in neutral or reverse.
I need to tell him that the dance isn't until tomorrow night.
Man, there was a hole there, and I thought he was fixing to hit it because they outran the coverage.
And if he did, he would have been gone.
Oh, he'd still be running.
Yep.
Well, it's easy to see from up here.
So, well, yeah, that's true. So the first drive of the offensive drive for the Knights, 5:44 to go, first quarter.
I tell you what, Matt, I'm going to make an audible on my keys to the game. Right now, this offense needs to keep the ball for a little bit. That was a 6-minute drive for the Yellow Jackets.
Yes, it was. They come out in a pistol formation, 2 wide receivers to each side. Harrison Hicks. Quarterback, here's the snap, back to pass, looking, throws, has his man, and it's number 7. He's got some room to the 35, to the 40. Got the first down, pushed out of bounds near the 43-yard line.
Hey, that's that great first play we was talking about, Matt. Just a quick pass, pitch and catch, get some rhythm, get the momentum back on the green side of the field, and let's see if we can't score and then get an extra point and take the lead.
Braylon Clements on the reception that time. Great start. A lot of times this year we've that first play, we've kind of gone backwards of the night. Here we go, pistol formation again, 2 wide receivers to each side as both bands are in a battle of the bands tonight on either side of us. Here's the snap. Hicks back to pass, throws quickly, has his man, and he gets hit. It's Watkins, and he's going to lose a couple of yards.
Mr. Watkins didn't have much help on that pass. I mean, he caught it, and there were 2 white shirts right on him. Really fortunate to hold on to the ball. He took 2 big hits. Not the positive yardage you'd want to have a pass play.
Actually,
well, I thought
did they call that incomplete?
Either that or they forward progress. I'm not sure.
I don't think he did that. That's called 2nd and 10. We'll take it because they eventually were backing it up by 4 yards, and they went back. So pistol formation again for Hicks. 2 wide receivers to each side. Here's the snap. Back to pass is Hicks. Throws, has his man, Clemens. He's got some room to the 50. He makes a move, and he gets tripped up and brought down a gain of about 8.
Not a bad second down play. It leaves 3rd and short for the Knights, and it sounds like we have some folks from Starkville.
It does, doesn't it?
Tonight, Matt.
Well, I noticed that when I was watching the game film of the game last week. That's all I kept hearing was bells, and now I know they've joined us here.
Hey, and he's 2-fisting it.
Yeah, he is.
1 in each hand.
Custom made with the Ashford logo on them and everything.
Yeah.
3rd down and 2 for Northside into Ashford territory. Looks like we are
taking a
waiting
little time.
Long time.
Yeah.
We got 10 on the play clock here, and now they're just breaking the huddle.
Gonna be hard pressed to get this play off, Matt.
Have to do it quick. 5 on the play clock. And looks like we're gonna call a timeout. So because that was going to be delay of game.
It was.
And that would have been tough on 3rd down and 2 to have to lose another 5 yards.
Absolutely. You had no choice to call timeout. You don't want to point fingers, but the staff's got to do a better job getting that play in right there.
You know, I know it's early in the game, but this kind of feels like one of those times where you can either take that momentum away from Ashford that just got it, or you let them build on it. And this is kind of important to get, first down here and keep the sticks moving.
Thinking the same thing, Matt. Listen, what we've seen the Knights offense so far right now in this little short bit, they've have the opportunity here to seize that momentum. They haven't been stuffed. They found success doing that little quick flare out, finding an open receiver. Hicks has done a good job hitting them out, and we've done a good job just not trying to sidestep, but run, get as many yards as you can, and let's get the next down. So it is 3rd and short. Let's see what the Knights can do.
They come off the sideline here, and they line up with 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Pistol formation. Here we go. And here's the snap. And the give up the middle. He's got the first down and more. He slips the tackle to the 40, to the 35, 30, to the 25. And he's going to slip another tackle. He's going to be in. Touchdown, Northside.
What an outstanding run for the Knights there. Broke at least 3 or 4 tackles, Matt. What a great play by Braylon Clements, I'm sorry.
Man, that was a great run. He just was not going to be denied at all.
4 tackles that he broke. Just a great run, 3rd and short. There's that momentum shift we were talking about.
Absolutely, that's huge. So they come on for the extra point. Fitz Carter. See if they can take the lead here. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up.
That's a good
kick is good. 3:25 to go, first quarter. Northside leads Ashford 7-6. You're listening to Northside Knights football on the Joy FM.
The Joy FM is honored to help celebrate 10 years of football with Northside Methodist Academy. Thank you to those pioneers that paved the way for future generations to shine the light for Jesus Christ on and off the field. Congratulations from all of us at the Joy FM.
Hello, I'm Kaylin Dorsey, Northside class of 2024. Northside football is thankful for Alan Rogers and the Joint Chiropractic Clinic for their generous support. Open evenings and weekends to fit many schedules. Phone number 334-577-4722.
We are the Northside Knights varsity cheerleaders, and you are listening to the Northside Knights football on the Joy FM. Go Knights, go!
Here's the kickoff from Fitz Carter. Good high short kick to the far sideline, and it's fielded at the 35. Jumps forward and dropped at the 40-yard line. That's where Ashford will take over their second drive of the game, trailing by 1 now.
Matt, is that, maybe they've seen something on film that they just don't want to kick it deep and give Ashford an opportunity to run. That's
probably from that play last week when they hit that 90-yard touchdown.
You're
that
right.
was called back, so that would be my guess.
And so they're thinking, hey, we'll give up 20 yards as opposed to 80.
Yeah, absolutely. There's another way to battle that. Just kick it out of bounds.
You could, and gain 5 yards. You could be at 35.
Exactly. Ashford comes to the line. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Running backs on either side of the quarterback, Lewis. Here's the snap. Quick pass. No, he pumps. Looking down the field. Throws deep. Down the middle of the field. Has his man, and it's caught. And they're not going to catch him. Touchdown, Ashford.
Wow, Matt, we talked about maybe the lack of arm from the quarterback.
He found it.
But that kid hosed it out right there. He threw a dime.
He didn't have that last week at all.
That pump fake froze our defender, and that guy had 5 yards on him, and he hit him in stride. You just got to credit the Yellow Jackets to a great play call. You're talking about a momentum swing both times.
Yeah, feels like a ping pong match with all the mo. They're going for a 2 here. Here's the snap, and we got whistles. And a timeout for Ashford. We're going to talk about this. It's 12-7. Ashford on that one play.
Well, and that's a new trend coming in, especially in high school football, Matt. Play action is really a lost art, but instead of play action, they've set it up, and give the coaching staff credit. They set it up with these quick swing outs.
Yep.
He pumped that, great pump fake, froze the defenders, linebackers came in, guy had all the backside to catch the ball in.
Yep, so it'll be, well, you said that you didn't think it would be good for Northside defense to be on the field a lot in the next play.
Well, there's that.
So we got that going for us.
And they weren't. I tell you what, the tale of 2 drives, a 6-minute drive and a 6-second drive.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Ashford is out ready for this play, and Northside's now coming out there. Let's see if they can get a stop here. That would be a big Mo's kind of slower downer.
Absolutely.
If that's I don't know if that's really a word, but.
Well, hey, what it equates to, you trade 6 for your 7 every time.
Yeah. They come out with 2 wide receivers on each side. Lewis in the gun. Here's the snap. Low snap. He picks it up, rolling to the near side, looking, throws, and he's got it for the 2-point conversion. Number 17 again. He has caught everything.
He
both
has.
touchdowns and now the 2-point conversion.
He's been the man, Matt, and not sure what happened in the back end of the end zone except our guy lost his footing, and the receiver took 3 steps, and he was wide open.
So Cameron Fields, number 17, is a senior, 6'1", 180, has been the guy that's we're going to have to put 3 guys on, I guess, to cover him tonight. 14-7 Ashford, 3:11 to go in the first quarter.
Again, this seems to be the theme. What an opportunity here for the Knights to get the ball back, and, let's see if we can't put a drive together and tie this ball game up.
So Ashford has the ball teed up, ready to kick it away here. See if Northside can break one here. This would be, we talked about it possibly being a barn burner at the break. Chuck, here's the kick, high, short kick, going to be fielded at about the 20. He's at the 25. Coming around the middle of the field, he's got some blockers at the 35, and he's brought down near the 39-yard line.
About the same result as the Yellow Jackets had against the Knights. Let's just see what the Knights do here offensively. I wouldn't veer from the plan that's worked so far. Quick passes outside, maybe establish a pop up the middle that we saw Jacobson just a minute ago. I wouldn't go far from it, what they've already doing.
Yeah, absolutely. First down for Northside. They're on their own 39-yard line. 14-7 Ashford. A lot of action here in this first quarter so far. 2 wide receivers to each side for Northside. Pistol formation. Clemens behind Harrison Hicks in the shotgun, or the pistol formation. Here's the snap. Back to pass, throws quickly, has a slant, has his man, and he could not hold on to it. Caleb Watkins had his hands on it and just couldn't quite bring it in.
And the play was there, Matt. Man-to-man coverage. Ashford's not selling out to cover the pass. They still 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers. It's man-to-man for the receivers. So it's open there for the Knights if they can make the catch.
Second down and 10 for Northside. I think he's got the play now. They're in the huddle.
Again, this, I wouldn't be surprised here if this is 4 down if we get it close enough for the Knights to press it through.
Pistol formation again, 2 wide receivers to each side this time again. Here's the snap. Back to pass is Hicks. Looking, throws deep. Down the middle of the field, he's got his man. Watkins got it at the 25-yard line, and he's dropped down at the 21.
Against double coverage, Matt. What a dime by Hicks. In stride to Watkins, and Watkins' great focus and concentration. He was well defended, and that pass dropped exactly where it should have been. Great play for the Knights.
Jaden Watkins, the guy on the reception. They go quickly here to the line. And now we got a timeout Ashford. So if nothing else, it's forcing Ashford to figure out, okay, what just happened there?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Hey, timeout.
They're playing both ways, just like the Knights are. They had to be gassed. What a great move by the Knights staff there to go ahead and let's play fast. Let's see if we can get a play. If not, we force them to use the timeout here in the first quarter.
And they've already used 2, so they've only got 1 left for the whole half. So pretty good strategy there for Northside. Ball is spotted at the 22-yard line.
Tell you what, Hicks took a little shot there at the end. That young man stayed in the pocket, and he saw it coming up, and he threw. I would say that's probably one of the best passes of the year he's thrown. It was on the money, just a great-looking pass.
So let's see what they do here as the guys come back onto the field here after the timeout. 2:42 to go, first quarter. 14-7 Ashford. Looks like they're going to line up in the same formation, pistol formation, 2 wide receivers to each side.
Looks like the Yellow Jackets have gone from a 4-man front to a 3-man front this time, Matt, so they've made an adjustment there.
Yeah, they got 3 linebackers and 3 up linemen. They're kind of moving things around up there, too. Back to pass is Hicks. Has some time, quickly throws. Has his man. It's Watkins again, and he gets a few yards there, not much, maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah, he lost about a yard or 2 coming back around. But, yeah, the Yellow Jackets stunted. They showed 3-man front, then went to a 4-man front with the linebacker coming down, taking a stance. Picked up well by the right side of the Knights offense.
We're in the red zone now. Ball at the 18-yard line. We'll call it second down and 6. 2 wide receivers to each side, pistol formation. Here's the snap. And they give us the Clemens up the middle. He's got some room to the 15. He's to the 10. And he's going to have the first down near the 9-yard line.
Another strong run by Clements that time. First down for the Knights for sure. They found something as far as like swing outs and work the middle of that Yellow Jacket defense.
First and goal, they spot it right at the 10-yard line. They come quickly to the line now. Pistol formation again. Snap. Give to Clemens up again, and they read it, and he's going to get no gain that time.
Yeah, didn't have much room there. Linebackers came down hard. Their linemen ate up the trench that time. 14 for the Yellow Jackets making that tackle that time, and he made it rather forcibly. That'd be Weston McClendon, 6'1", 11th grader.
Actually lost a yard on that. Well, they spotted it back at the 11. Well, they're taking their time getting the play call in again. 18 on the play clock. Let's see if they can get on up to the line. Looks like they a little bit better this time than that last time when they had to call a timeout. Pistol formation again. Second down and goal. Here's the snap. Quick, under pressure. Now he runs, falls forward, and gets back to the line of scrimmage. He was going to try to throw it, and he got hit and was able to get back up. Well, he's going to maybe lose a yard.
Elijah Hicks, a 10th grader at 220 pounds, Matthew, on that one for the Yellow Jackets. Made a shoestring tackle. If not, I think Hicks might have gone to the goal line.
So third down and goal from the 12 now. 2 plays they've gone backwards. Let's see what they can dial up here.
Hey, Matt, to your point, you said pregame. That's exactly what's happening. Had the momentum. We've gone backwards since first down. Stayed behind the sticks. Not the ingredients for success here.
They come out in the pistol formation again. 1 wide receiver to the left, 2 to the right. We got movement. Tried to get a hard count, and they called timeout. Ashford called timeout.
Really?
That's their third timeout of the half.
Wow, because they called us definitely.
Oh, we moved. We definitely moved. I'm curious as to what they saw there that they didn't like.
I'm thankful for it because our right tackle definitely moved. So we'll take it.
So 18 seconds to go first quarter. Third down and goal from the 12. It was a very fast-moving first quarter, but we've had 4 timeouts called.
Yeah.
So maybe the second quarter will be faster because they can't stop the clock. Well, Northside can 2 more times, but maybe we can hold those till the end of the half. Northside is taking their time getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Hopefully they don't huddle. They just go straight to their positions.
They should. Yeah, they should know the play. They come to the line. Same formation as last time before the timeout. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Pistol formation. Clemens behind Harrison Hicks in the pistol formation. Here's the snap. And he's going to be an option. Pitches it to Clemens, and he slips, and he's going to be brought down at the 11.
A really good play by the Yellow Jackets that time. We had something working out here on the edge, Matt, and they collapsed. Really came to the ball quickly. Good job by our guys that really stopped that blitz. They were running. They bring both linebackers that time, which usually means a good successful run, but not on that play.
So that's the end of the first quarter, and we'll take a timeout. Ashford leads Northside 14-7. You're listening to Northside Knights football on the Joy FM.
I am Mara Stuckey, a senior at Northside. The Northside Spirit Store is your place to get all that awesome looking gear, from t-shirts to hats and everything in between. You will look your best for every game this year. Check out all the gear online at NMAKnights.com. Scott Stevens Tire and Service is a proud supporter of Northside Athletics, specializing in tires and auto repair. I'm Autumn Dressler, a senior cross-country and track and field athlete at Northside. Thank you to Scott Stevens Tire and Service for their generous support. Phone number 334-794-6969.
The Joy FM is grateful for Northside Methodist Academy, training young champions for Christ and molding the decision makers of tomorrow. We pray God's blessing and protection over all the students, staff, and leadership from all of us at the Joy FM.
I'm Michaela Buchanan, Northside Junior, and Northside Athletics would like to thank Mike Miller with Country Financial for their generous support. Mike Miller is a Country Financial representative providing insurance and financial services in the Wiregrass area. Phone 334-828-8280.
This is Magnus Eck, senior band member at Northside, and you're listening to Northside Knights Football on Joy FM. Go Knights, go.
Start of the second quarter here. Ashford leads Northside 14-7. Northside has it 4th and goal. Looks like they're going for it, Chuck. I would have thought you and I talked about it. Maybe they'd go for the 3 points here, but they've got 3 wide receivers to the far side. Now 1 man in motion to the near. Here's a snap. Throws into the end zone, looking for Caleb Watkins, and he had a man, but he's got a flag. 2 flags down. So maybe that's going to be first down for Northside.
It will, Matt. It'll be 1st and goal from the 2. Fortunate there for the Knights. The ball was pretty well thrown. The defender had him covered up pretty good, but might have just grabbed a hand. Couldn't really tell from here.
You know, I forgot to mention this earlier, that one of those, that was the other thing that I noticed, that New Brockton against Ashford threw the ball a lot, and they got a lot of pass interference calls. So that may be something that down the road in this game as it goes, I mean, they just got us.
Yeah, their defensive backs play a physical game from what I've seen so far.
This is going to be a record for how many timeouts have been called in the first 12 minutes and 6 seconds of a game. Northside just took a timeout.
But here's what's going to happen. The game's going to fly from this point on.
So is it not first down? Because they've still got it as a 4th down over there. I thought they've got it marked at the 5-yard line.
No,
too.
that's automatic, man.
I thought it was, but it may not be. It's it apparently was half the distance to the goal, because they've got it spotted at the 5. I'm like you. I thought that should be a first down.
Unless they've changed it within the last week, the pass interference in the end zone is an automatic first down. The ball placed at the 2.
So either that's not that is the rule, or they've made a mistake, and we'll see if Northside sees it. But it's I'm like you. I thought that would have been first down.
I'm
a little speechless about that. I guess I'm.
Yeah, well, the PA announcer just said 4th and goal from the 5.
Yeah, so I guess they see what we see, which is now they've got an interesting lineup here. Pistol formation. Watkins one-on-one on the far sideline, and a bunch set near the tight end spot. Now man in motion. 4th and goal. Back to pass is Hicks. He's under pressure. Throws over the end zone and incomplete. And flags down again in the end zone. So if that's pass interference, then I guess that's put the ball at the 2.5 and keep it 4th down.
The only thing I can figure out, Matt, if they call defensive holding just a moment ago.
But he clearly said pass interference just like he just did.
Yeah, and hey, that was a late flag right there. I'll give them that.
So it's be 4th and goal from the 2-yard line now. It's not even the 2.5. You know, I'm not math wizard, but
2.5 has always been half a 5.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But maybe they went ahead and gave us. I don't know. Maybe they went. I don't know. Maybe they felt bad.
I'll go ahead and confess I'm confused.
Oh, guess what? We're going to take our last timeout, and we have spent all 6 timeouts for both teams in 12 minutes and 10 seconds. That's got to be a record.
Got to be.
I mean, I know you can't take them with you to the second
half. What about
half.
a statistician? Is that a record for tonight?
I think it's got to be. That is, I mean, I guess that tells you the coaches think how important this part of the game is.
It is. It really is. And again, and how often do you see 3 consecutive 4th and goals?
Well,
I thought for somewhere that it'd be an automatic first down.
I did too, but I guess because if they can't move it 15 yards, I mean technically.
But
I mean, you know,
the infraction happened in the end zone.
Right. I don't know. If that's the rule, it needs to be changed.
Well,
I'm just saying, that's
I'll go ahead and say that. If that's the rule, I never knew about it.
All right, Northside's going to get 4th and goal again. This time from the 2-yard line.
Wow.
See what we got here. Pistol formation. Here's the snap. He's under pressure, throws, has his man incomplete. He was under pressure and just kind of threw it up, and it just overthrown the intended receiver and incomplete.
No flags.
No flags that time. So that will be Ashford's ball at their own 2.
That's a first for me, Matt. But hey, give the Yellow Jackets credit. They blitzed from the outside. He was untouched. Hicks had no choice. It was either he was going to get drilled with the ball in his hands. He just had to throw it up and hope for the best. And it was just out of reach.
And he made a very athletic play to get that ball, get rid of that ball.
Oh, absolutely.
To have a chance, like you said. Let's see what the Knights can do here. Ashford pinned back deep in their own territory at their own 2.
Well, I can promise you one thing. They're not going to call a timeout on this drive.
They're not going to. If they do, isn't that a penalty? Back to pass, throws to the far sideline, incomplete, overthrown. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And it used to be, but tonight I don't know. That used to be a penalty.
Well, I'll tell you what. I saw the girls' flag football team last night for Northside. They had 2 games. And the first game they played 2 halves at 20 minutes each. The second game they played 4 quarters at 12 minutes each. I couldn't figure out why that there was a difference, but Northside won both those games, so I guess it didn't matter. And keeper Lewis, he's hitting the end zone. Is that a safety? Oh, that's close. Oh, come on. That's so close. They've given him the 1-inch line, Chuck.
Wow. It is 3rd down.
It is third. That ball, I don't think you could put a credit card between.
Matt, I wish we had a replay because his feet were outside the end zone, but the ball was inside the end zone.
Yeah. So 3rd down and long. Let's see if Northside can get a stop here. That'd be huge to get them stopped right here because that would give them good field position. You would think on a punt.
Absolutely.
Shotgun formation for Ashford. Knights showing blitz. He's going to roll to the outside, and he gets hit at the line, and he's going to be dropped right there. They're going to give him forward progress to the 2, Chuck, I think, and I think that's generous.
It's very generous. That could be a makeup from that last pass interference call in the end zone.
So, anyway, that's 4th down and long, so that's going to definitely bring the punt team out for Ashford.
Yeah, I don't think it's that. No worries about going forward here.
Yeah, 10-28 and counting the first half. Ashford leads by 7. Jaden Watkins back deep, and when I mean back deep, at the Ashford 30.
If you're nice, just do not rush the kicker right here. I mean, don't rough him.
Yeah, don't rough him here. That would be not good. Here's the snap. Good snap. And he gets it away. High, short kick.
Let it go, let it go, let it go.
And it's going to take a bounce out of bounds. It's going to be out of the 25 of Ashford. So great field position for Northside. Let's see if they can now get the ball in the end zone after several attempts and not being able to.
Man, I'm tempted to text somebody right now but I know he's calling a game. Give me the ruling on pass interference in the end zone.
Yeah, because apparently we don't know it.
Yeah, I don't. Teach me.
So the ball's at the 25 of Ashford, 1st and 10 for Northside.
Again here, wondering what the Knights do. 10 minutes to go. No panic right here, Matt. Go back to what's worked so far in this game. Get a 25-yard drive and tie this ball game up.
Pistol formation. Low snap, and there's a pitch to Clemens. He makes a stutter step. Trying to make some moves. He does at the 25. He gets to the 20, down to the 19.
Wow, I would love to see the officials keep their eye on the quarterback after the play's made because he took a shot well after he let go of the ball.
So it's just on the other side of the 20-yard line as the ball is spotted, so we'll call it 4.5.
But going back to what we said pregame, Matt, that's getting ahead of the sticks there.
That's right.
Great first down play.
So here's this, what they call the Eagle. You call it the triple trip. We got 3 wide receivers on either side. Back to pass, quick throw. Has this man caught. Goes to the inside of the 20, the 15. He's got a first down spin move, and he's down at the 10-yard line. That was executed for perfection there.
Absolutely, Matt. Just like you draw it up, Great blocks. They held that blocks. That play looks like it takes a long time to develop, except that you have those defensive backs on an island out there. You get a shoulder on them, and that play can be broken.
First and goal again. They're doing the same play. 3 wide receivers to either side. 3 linemen. Pistol formation. Here's the back to pass. Throws to the near sideline, and he overthrew it. That might have been a backwards pass.
It sure looked like it, Matt.
They call it incomplete, but man, Ashford saw it, tried to go for it, but it was over everybody's head.
Well, if he had thrown that on target, it'd been a pick 6.
So brings up second down and goal.
I'd love to see them here go that little swing pass outside to the short side of the field and see what we can't do with it.
So the Knights break the huddle. See what they come out with this time. Looks like a normal formation for them. Pistol formation. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Snap. Now he pumps, throws to the near sideline, has Watkins, and he's going to be dropped at the 15-yard line. So we have had several plays in the red zone, and they have gone backwards, especially on first and goal. That's third goal from the 15.
Yeah, just a lot of trickeration right there, Matt, in 3 consecutive plays. The eagle formation, more affectionately known as triple trip, and then a pump screen behind the line of scrimmage.
So let's see what they dial up here. Really need to get some points here. Of course, I'm like, we talked about in the last drive, I'd like to see them get the 3 points while they had a chance. But, I know that there's a lot of, we can sit up here and be armchair quarterback of things easy, real easy too.
Well, I heard one commentator said that's what he gets paid for. Oh, bad snap.
Fumbled snap. It's on the ground, and it's going to be picked up by Ashford. Ashford will take over. The ball hit Hicks in the hands, and it bounced forward. He just couldn't recover it.
Yeah, that was destined to just fail beginning. He's looking to the side, and Matt, there's the consequence of no timeouts.
Yeah.
Not really sure what was going to happen. The ball was snapped, and at the shins. Not a good set of downs for the Knights.
So the ball is about the 21-yard line of Ashford. They come out, 7:51 to go. They lead by 7 in the first half. 2 wide receivers to each side. Pistol formation for Lewis. Here's the snap. Looking, now he's going to run it up the middle. He's got some room to the 25. Comes to the near side, and he's brought down. Great open field tackle that time by Jesse Dyson at the 26.
It was, Matt. He was on an island. He just held on, wrapped his legs around the guy, and was doing everything he could to bring him down. Good job. It really stopped a big gain from happening.
Absolutely. So second down, and we'll call it 4. Back to pass, quickly looking, throws, has his man, it's caught. He's got the first down to the 40, slips the tackle to the 50. He's got some blockers. He may be gone. To the 20, 10, touchdown, Ashford, no flags.
Yeah, he's just, once he got clear of that first man, Matt, it was, the race was on to the end zone.
So Ashford has now gone from a running team to the run and shoot.
And have done it quite successfully.
They have. I don't remember ever seeing an Ashford team in, not that I have been in the area a long time, but in the years I've been calling games, I've never remember seeing them throw the ball like this.
And, we mentioned this first of the game, Matt, to build on the momentum they had with that comeback. They could have found something in that comeback against New Brockton as far as like throwing the ball to try to make points.
Yeah, it's very possible. Like coming out with going for the 2-point conversion. Here's the snap. Lewis looking into the end zone, throws, has his man, caught. 2-point conversion is good.
Hey, that was a great pass.
It really was. 7:06 to go in the first half. Ashford leads 22-7. Northside's they've been able to move the ball, Chuck. They've never been able to get in the end zone.
Man, it's just, you go from an inch away from having a safety and forcing them to punt in an abbreviated formation, getting the ball on the 25-yard line and gain 5 yards. You have to overcome that frustration and understand you've got what it takes to come back in this ball game and not only compete, but take the lead. You just have to stop shooting yourself in the foot.
Well, I don't remember how many plays they have that went from goal to go. I mean, we had first and goal, then they had several penalties in the end zone. They had extra downs, got it inside the 2-yard line, and then they got to do it all over again and still unable to. Short kick, fielded at the 27. Coming around the near side, slips and falls down, and he's going to be down at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, it's Kingston Whaley there, 10th grader for the Knights. Looked like he was trying to get to the corner, wanted to plant his foot, but on this turf, if you've got to just know you've got to make some adjustments for that. If not, you're going to slide down.
So 7-1, see if the Knights, who have been on offense quite a bit here since that very opening drive for Ashford, because Ashford has had one of the things that Northside's done really well this year is defended that really long play, that big pass play. But tonight it's been it's been a bit of a surprise, I think, for probably all of us. Here's a snap, give up the middle to Clemens. He's got some room, and he gets down to the 40-yard line, gain of about 6.
Matt, I was going to say I would love to see them go back to the middle, that run-off tackle to Clemens, and see what we can do. Ashford hadn't stopped it tonight. I love that call. Let's just see if we can establish that run, maybe open something up for these pass plays.
Northside will get the ball to start the second half, so if they can play this correctly and get score here, maybe get a stop, have a chance to get within, tied up or get within 1 and know they'll have the ball to start the second half. I know it's got to be some quick scores, but we've seen a lot of them tonight so far.
Certainly have.
Kind of a bunch formation. Trips on the left side. Low snap, but give to Clemens. Going around the outside. He's trying to get the corner. Now he puts his head down and dives forward for the first down.
Wow, I thought he was fixing to get the corner and run all day, Matt. But a first down, and I'll take it. Looks like he may have to come out this play. His helmet came off.
So, yeah, that's going to bring up, they'll be at the 45-yard line of Northside where the first down is, and Clemens will have to come off, and they'll have to find him a replacement real quick.
First down, Knights.
6:04 to go. First half. Hope you'll stay with us for halftime. Josh Halubka, the head of school for Northside, will be joining us. Talk to us about this school. Looking forward to that conversation. 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Pistol formation. Hicks, give again up the middle. He's got some room, makes a move, falls forward. He's still going. And we got flags down. Ball is going to be spotted about a yard short. Who was it that ran that ball, Chuck?
That was Whaley, wasn't it?
Yeah, sure was.
He replaced Clemens and replaced him quite well.
I think it surprised him that he got as far as he did.
Looks like the back judge is calling holding.
Really?
I'm not sure I saw that.
Is that an offense or defense?
I don't know.
I don't think they know either. Trying to talk. Oh, so she's signaling face mask. Face mask on Ashford. That's 15 yards, Chuck.
Wow. Okay. She pressed. She called holding originally. Then I think the white judge. Are you sure? And
So yeah, that's a big break for the Knights. Ball spotted now at the 31-yard line of Ashford. 1st and 10.
5+ minutes to go here, Matt. Plenty of time for the Knights to put something together here as they continue to march inside, going toward that red zone.
Caleb Watkins now as the running back behind Hicks. Here's a snap. And give it to Watkins up the middle. He's got some room to 30. He's going around the outside, puts his head down, and he ran over that dude, and he's going to be down at the 26.
You know, you kind of have to laugh at number 3. He got leveled, then he came up talking trash.
Yeah.
Quantavian Harris.
He's talking trash to the sideline on Northside. He's still going.
Yeah, 5'7", 145, and I think he got his bell rung because someone in their right mind wouldn't be talking trash after that hit.
2nd down and 5. Same formation. Watkins in the running back spot. Give us him up the middle again. He's got the 25, pushes forward to the 20. 1st down, Northside.
You want to think the Knights have seen something here. I would think they've put some muscle in there, and they're just hitting the middle of that running play. And really, it's been successful all night.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember it was a few years ago, and I believe it was Ashford we were playing, and we got flags down now. after, and I wonder if they've got number 3 for talking.
Yeah, that's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct. I'd be surprised if it wasn't.
Because that was during the huddle, and it is unsportsmanlike conduct on Ashford, and we're guessing it's going to be on number 3 because he was talking, and I guess the side judge there had about enough.
Right.
So that should be another 15-yard penalty. Well, it's probably going to be half the distance to the goal, I guess.
Or 3 quarters. I don't know.
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Ball spotted at the 10-yard line. Does that mean it's first in an inch or first and goal? I don't know.
That's going to be first and goal.
First and goal again. We've had a lot of these tonight. Let's see if we can punch it in this time. Pistol formation. Hicks looking over the defense here.
What?
And I don't know what we're doing here. Now we're finally ready to go. Here's the snap. Give up the middle, puts his head down. Didn't get much there.
Yeah, they're ready for it then. A little chippiness going on down there, Matt, in the trenches.
Yeah, it is starting to. And so second down and goal from the 10. Again, another a goal-to-goal that did not equal to anything. Need to get positive yards here. Got to get a score here. 4:05 to go in the first half.
And you really want to see 6 here, Matt, not the field goal attempt. But
so Clemens is back in the game at running back. He's behind Hicks in the pistol formation. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Snap, give us to Clemens, coming around the near side. He's got the 10, he's got the 5. He's brought down at the 2-yard line.
Great adjustment there. He stopped running it right in the middle. He went off tackle, saw the hole. He hit it pretty good, Matt. You like the way it looks here. 3rd and goal from the 2.
Ready to punch it in here. They come to the line quickly. Same formation, 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Based off of who's out there for running back, I think they're going to run this ball again, Chuck. Snap, give to Clemens. He's hit, slips the tackle, pushes forward, in the end zone, touchdown, Northside.
What an effort by Clemens, Matt. He got stopped deep in the backfield, kept his legs moving, broke that tackle. Much needed 6 points for the Knights.
So it makes a score 22-13. Fitz Carter on for the extra point attempt.
Yeah, you look at the matrix here. You just no need to go for 2 here. You get it inside, 1 score and a 2-point conversion.
Here's the snap. Kick is up. Kick is good. 3:13 to go. First half. Ashford 22, Northside 14. So the defense is going to have to come out here, Chuck, for Northside and get a stop.
It's a must here, Matt.
And here's the thing. Neither team can stop the clock. So, I mean, it's just going to go.
No timeouts left here.
They've all been spent. And I don't think they give credit for any of those.
Well, who knows?
They can't pay it forward from the second half. So
last time I checked, you couldn't.
No. Well, but, we don't apparently know the rules of the game tonight because they have done all kinds of interesting things.
And if someone calls me or texts me and corrects me, I'll be the first one to apologize. But I've just never seen a pass interference in the end zone not end up with a first down, or at least from the 2.
Well, I know it does. I know it's in every level, but apparently not in high school.
Not in high school, not in 3A.
No. Here's the kickoff from Fitz Carter. High short kick to the near sideline again. And it's going to be fielded at the 30. Ooh. He's got the sideline, gets hit, and he's still on his feet. Well, he didn't want to go down.
Wow.
And he's finally pushed out of bounds near the 45-yard line.
And he's taking off his helmet. That should be a penalty.
Yeah, number 3 again. And he is pretty upset. His helmet is off. He took it off.
Yeah.
So it's going to get a little interesting here in the second half, I think. Chuck.
Yeah, it could be. A good coach is going to rein that in right there. Hey, give the kid credit. He was running hard and running with passion.
Yep, absolutely.
But he needs to channel that in the right way, and it looks like that's what the coach is trying to do over there.
Ball spotted at the Ashford 46-yard line. They'll take over there, 1st and 10. 3:04 to go. 3:04 to go, first half. They lead by 8. Two wide receivers to each side. Shotgun formation for Lewis. Here's the snap. Going to throw quickly to the running back. And the back, he made a great move, but he's not going to get anything else, and he's going to about lose a yard.
That was a lateral there, Matt. He did throw behind him, but I don't know I couldn't see the referee calling it.
Let's pause for station identification. You're listening to Northside Knights Football on the Joy FM.
Northside Knights Football on the Joy FM. WIZB, Abbeville, Dothan. WPHH, Hope Home, Montgomery. WTID, Graceville, Florida, and worldwide on the Joy FM Alabama mobile app. I'm Noah Davis, senior defensive lineman at Northside. Now back to the action.
Second down and 11 for Ashford. 2:27 to go. First half, clock is running. Here's the snap. And he's going to keep it.
Ooh.
He's going to be in a little option. He pitches it. He's got his man. He trips up and dropped at the 45-yard line. No gain.
Great job that time by the defense for the Knights. Looks like that Watkins there, Matt. Jaden Watkins making the play. The senior read it the whole way. Came up, charged hard, sure tackle. 3rd and long for the Yellow Jackets. Exactly what the Knights need defensively here.
Absolutely. 158. If they can get a stop here, they'll get a chance to get the ball back and maybe get some points before halftime. But nobody can stop the clock, so it's just going to run. Two wide receivers to each side for Ashford. Lewis back to pass. Looking, throws deep down the middle of the field. Has a man, it's caught, and he's gone. They did not tackle him, and he's gone for a touchdown. Number 17 again.
I was about to say, Matt, guess who? 17 for the Yellow Jackets.
It was kind of a jump ball between two receivers for Ashford and a Northside defender, and it looked like they both kind of caught it, but 17 came away with it, and I think Northside was kind of confused at who had the ball.
Cameron Fields is having a career night for the Yellow Jackets. The senior has caught everything that's been thrown his way. Gosh, that's just disappointing. They had it defended, and not bad coverage, just poor tackling.
So 2-point conversion. It's 28-14 Ashford. See if the Northside Knights get a stop here. It'd be big. Back to pass. Throws in the end zone. Incomplete, in and out of his hands. So a break for the Knights. And with 1:30 to go, the Knights will have a chance here to see if they can cut that lead in half.
I'd be surprised if they tried to do something other than maybe just run the ball. Who knows what can happen. But as you said before, they get the ball back to start the second half.
Well, what would be great is if they could find a way to get some points here, and knowing they get the ball to start the second half, they could possibly tie this thing up or get it close. So let's just see what they got planned here. Nobody has any timeouts, as we mentioned, so nobody can stop the clock. So the only way to stop it will be to spike the ball or get out of bounds or get a first down, and that would briefly stop it. I'm pretty sure I know those rules.
Not that we beat a dead horse.
No, not at all. Here's the kickoff from Ashford. And a high, short kick. Fielded at the 22. Looks like it's Watkins coming around the near side, trying to get a block. Puts his head down and falls forward to the 36. So 1:23 to go first half. Chuck?
A lot of hard-nosed football. Looks like Watkins may enjoy delivering a lick every now and then. He looked like he was on mission. Get to the side, then just thought, nope, I'm going to make a hit. And he changed it. See what the Knights can do here, what formation they may come out in, see if Hicks can air it out, maybe get a few hits on the sides, save the clock, see if they can connect with Mr. Costry like they have before.
Two wide receivers to the right, one to the left, back to pass. Is Hicks, that guy was covered. Now he's under pressure, he's going to fall down, he's going to have a huge loss there. They defended that very, very well.
They did, and looks like he was confused from the get-go. It was a hitch and go, and it blew up, and never anything happened.
So second down and a mile.
Yeah, what you do here, Matt, you just run the ball.
Run the ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, at this point, you just got to run that clock out. And they can get it, or they can just take a knee here and run it on out. Let's see what they do here. Two wide receivers to the right, one to the left, pistol formation. Clemens behind Hicks. Give this to him up the middle. And looks like a face mask there, but I'm not sure anybody saw that but me.
Yeah, it was a high tackle for sure.
Yeah. That ought to do it for the first half. As the Knights will let this clock probably just run down here. Disappointing, kind of a disappointing half for Northside, but let's hope that they can make some adjustments here and come back.
It has to be. I mean, disappointed, but I can sense just more frustration than disappointment because, give credit to Ashford on making the plays, but they haven't done anything to beat Northside yet. They've made the plays. Northside just hasn't.
That's right. That's halftime. Ashford leads Northside 28-14. Stay tuned after the break. We'll be joined by the head of school for Northside, Josh Halubka. You're listening to Northside Knights football on the Joy FM.
This is Andrea Johnson for Northside Methodist Academy in Dothan, where we offer a traditional and Christ-centered education. Northside is proud to celebrate being named the best private Christian school in the Wiregrass for 2 years in a row. We offer great extracurricular programs such as choir and band, as well as clubs and enrichment courses in computer, art, music, and STEAM. For more information, check out our website at nmacademy.net or schedule a tour by calling 334-794-7273. Northside Methodist Academy is a nonprofit business ministry partner with the Joy FM.
The Joy FM is grateful for Northside Methodist Academy, training young champions for Christ and molding the decision makers of tomorrow. We pray God's blessing and protection over all the students, staff, and leadership from all of us at the Joy FM.
Northside football is thankful for support from Hangar 38, located at 3120 Ross Clark Circle in Dothan. I'm Jesse, senior linebacker at Northside football, and Hangar 38 can host birthday parties or even team building events. Phone 334-699-6350.
Hello, I'm Kaylin Dorsey, Northside class of 2024. Northside football is thankful for Alan Rogers and the Joint Chiropractic Clinic for their generous support. Open evenings and weekends to fit many schedules. Phone number 334-577-4722.
Welcome back. I'm David Bailey, a senior wrestler at Northside, and it's time for the Northside Knights halftime show. Now let's rejoin the Northside Knights broadcast team back at the field.
Welcome back to Rip Hughes Stadium. You're here at halftime, and I'm now joined by the head of school, Josh Halubka. Josh, great to have you here with us. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Great. Thank you so much for having me.
So just kind of get started here. Talk about, you've been with the school a couple of years now. Talk about your history with the school, kind of how you started, and then kind of what's your background because I know you did some missionary work and stuff like that. Talk a little bit about that.
Sure. Yeah, so I've been here, this is my third year, second year as head of school, and so enjoying that, thankful for this opportunity. My first year here, I was teaching 11th and 12th grade Bible and coached soccer, and enjoyed that as well. And so before that, though, I was in a pastorate at an international congregation up in Pittsburgh, and thankful for the opportunity to shepherd, to preach and teach and counsel, things like that. Before that, I had the opportunity to be on the mission field in East Asia for 7 years with the organization that we were with, and just thankful for the opportunity to see different cultures, to see their need for the gospel of Jesus Christ, and opportunity to learn another culture and language to some extent, and be in the classroom overseas, which was good. Seeing how coming out of American schools and then being overseas in schools in Asia gives you a different perspective in terms of what are we teaching, how are we teaching. And so I always enjoy the classroom time over there, whether it was teaching English or having exchange students, teams come in and give kind of explanations about American culture. But really just enjoyed working with the churches, working and getting to know the people there, and being involved in schools.
So digging just kind of straight into this, I've sat in your seat for a brief time, kind of know what kind of goes on there, but if you could, now that you've had a couple of years under your belt, talk about where you see Northside in 5 years, maybe 10 years, because I know you've got a vision for the school, and you work with the school board too, and they've had their own visions as well. Talk about where you see Northside kind of going over the next several years.
Sure. One of the things that when I think about even planning for the future is being reminded from Scripture that God is sovereign. Many are the plans in man's heart, but it's the Lord's purpose that prevails. And even working on a leadership team that prays together and talks about vision together, I would never claim to have the whole idea of where to go. And so, having the support of the school board is great. Looking at the years ahead, what I know is that as culture changes, our job is to stand firm in the hope that we have in Christ Jesus and his death and resurrection for us, and for us to be a light to Dothan as a school. And so, in terms of people ask about numbers and how big do you want to get, and numbers have fluctuated over the years. That happens, the ebb and flow that happens in schools, and that's to be expected. I think what we're aiming for is just to be faithful, to be a stable school, a place where families can send their kids so that they'll be grounded in Scripture, they'll be grounded in Christian worldview perspective. We want to make disciples here and to watch God do his work that he does in the hearts and minds. And so he does the work in the hearts. We seek to try to transform minds and, with Scripture and teaching everything from a Christian perspective. But spiritually, walking faithfully with Christ and with families that want to partner with us in that mission. That is, when I think about, okay, what do we know for sure we want? What are we going to try to make happen as much as we can from our perspective? Is to have families that partner with us in that, even in a culture that's changing. And so, academically, equipping students who are called to serve anywhere from where their gift sets are and their abilities are. And so we're not just trying to pump out brain surgeons left and right here. God will use the different gifts and desires of students. And so we want to take the students that God has given us and help them to be the best students and the best people and ultimately disciples for Christ. And so really beginning to think, how do we equip students to think biblically and critically in a culture that is becoming just more and more accustomed to not thinking and being entertained. And so how do we put down the phone sometimes and pick up a book? How do we talk about books and think about them well? That is where my heart is, and being able to understand how to think well. Athletically and with clubs, I want us to be a place where we compete well and take the interest of the students and where they're gifted in terms of strengths and have coaches that don't just do the X's and O's, but are involved in shepherding and equipping the student athletes. And so we want to do athletics right too and do that well.
Well, talking about athletics, we've seen a kind of a growth in the athletic programs, if you would say. I would say, 10 years of celebrating football this year.
That's right.
Also, we've seen wrestling kind of get going here at Northside. We've seen flag football for the girls has started up. Mm-hmm. So, talking about all that, how do you see athletics, kind of help fulfilling and fitting in with the mission of Northside?
That's right. Yeah, we bring everything back to our mission and our values. Our mission is to train students in the knowledge of God and the Christian way of life while giving every student excellent education. So that's our desire. And our sports are here, and our athletics and clubs are here to foster that, to help that, to feed into that. So it's we're thankful for all of our sports programs, and really the way that we have to look at athletics is that they're a gift from God, just recreation, competition. It is a gift, is a way to boost morale, is a way to equip and get out energy and physical vigor and things like that. And so build school spirit. So as we do this, I grew up playing soccer young and then through high school. And like I mentioned, I coach soccer. I'll be coaching soccer this year as well. We love sports here. We want the athletics program to thrive and support the mission of the school. We don't want it to be conformed to the culture. And so we want to guard carefully how we think about and how we coach and play sports. To me, I think that we should see sports as an opportunity to not just build good character in student athletes, but to point them to Christ and say, how would Christ play? And knowing Christ personally and living that out on the court or on the field, or as a cheerleader. God, how do we do that? And that should be our mindset. And so one player at a time, one game at a time, one practice at a time, we're trying to build student athletes who are able to grow and use as an arena to equip them. Because we don't want to be conformed to the culture, we want to transform the culture. And so it comes down to kingdom and our priorities. What's our kingdom focus and our priorities? And so as we do that, we want to win the right way. We want to win. We want to win, but we want to win the right way. And we want to, however we play on the field or on the court, whatever it is, we want to do all things wholeheartedly as unto the Lord and as a witness. What an opportunity for us, even inviting other teams to come on our campus to show hospitality. And we don't typically think of sports as hospitality ministry, but it is. It should be. The opportunity to pray with other teams and witness to them. So getting that priority right, that yes, winning is important. It's very important, yes, but the most important thing as we do this is how are we developing players and how are we being a witness for Jesus as we do that. And so that's kind of a little bit where my heart is in that regard.
So where do you see God working at the school right now? I mean, I've heard lots of different stories about different things happening, great things that are happening. Where do you see God really working here at Northside?
Great question. When we try to see God at work, oftentimes we're always looking for the big thing that shows up, and that happens, and we see views of that, and we're thankful for that. I think what we look for here and what we see is, when I have students that come and say we want to have a prayer meeting, I get excited about that. Because their desire is to call upon God and have Him do something on campus that only He can do. And so students that want to meet every day during lunch for a Bible study and have fellowship in the Word, those are the types of things that point to what it means to build a community of faith in prayer and in the Word. And you look in Acts, and the church is built on that. They're in prayer, they're in the Word, and they do all these other things together based on that and from God's strength and according to God's direction. So I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see teachers that are pouring into students and teaching lessons from a Christian perspective. I'm excited to see the students going to teachers and saying, hey, can you pray with me? Can you pray for me? Those are the types of things where I look for fruit. And so shepherding on campus here, and all of us in some sense are shepherding, is the fruit sometimes shows up right away, and sometimes it shows up later. And so you have students that come back who graduated last year, and they can say, man, I was impacted by your class, and they name a teacher, and they encourage a teacher who thinks, was anyone listening? But they come back and they say it was helpful, and I've seen God at work, and I'm getting involved in church. And so those are the things that we look for. It's a long game thing, and I think we see fruit, and we see fruit show up in different ways, and we want to continue to see that. Students are students, and no one's perfect. Not even adults who've been walking with Jesus for a long time, and I don't have a halo over my head, and that's even as a head of school, and so we depend on the Lord's grace, and that's true of the students here as they're facing difficult things. We want to come alongside of parents too that are trying to shepherd their kids in a very difficult age and culture. And so that right there is the ministry we want to see, and I think we see that fruit, and we want to continue to see more of it.
You mentioned a couple of times since we've been talking about the community and how Northside and students can kind of interact with that. How do you see, what do you see Northside, and not just in their own little bubble, but how do you see them interacting and doing a positive thing in the community of the Wiregrass?
Sure. Yeah, a lot of the things that we've got going on in terms of, we've partnered with churches going out into serving the community and witnessing, praying with people. We partnered with the Harbor, and thankful for those kind of little day trips that we've done that are, I think, impactful for the students, but also in the community to say that we care. We, as a school, recognize that we are an extension of the home and an arm of the church, and we want to partner with local churches here and come and serve them. We want to serve churches, and what do they need done? What can we do for them? We've got, an army of students who can come over and help to mobilize them in that regard, to raise awareness of poverty in the community, and to raise funds and collect donations and food items to bless the community, recognizing that God has blessed us materially, financially, and so we ought to be givers and helping that cause. So I think we're already involved in that. We want to continue to look for creative ways to do that. But we are here as a community, and the folks that come to the school and trust their children to come to the school, they're a part of this community. We want to bless them and train up students to know, like, this is, we've got to get back to as we look at the news and all the big stuff that's going on around the world, we've got to be neighborhood focused and community focused and not forget that. And that's really going to strengthen our community. And as I think schools and churches do that across the U.S., I think that's going to be what strengthens the community as a whole and the nation as a whole. So we want to have a community focus and really, really hone in on how can we serve. And I think that we're doing that well and want to continue to find ways to do that.
So last question I've got for you is kind of a fun one in a way, but it's also, I think, a pretty interesting one. What is one thing that you want to see happen at Northside? If you had a magic wand, or if you had unlimited amount of funds, whatever it is, what is it, the one thing that you were like, if I don't do anything else at this school as the head of school, I want to do this? What is that?
That is a great question. And, the way I've got to answer that is I want to see revival here, but let me get a little more specific. I want our school to have a global understanding and a global perspective. I want Northside to have a passion to reach the nations, to understand other worldviews and engage in the people that are coming to Dothan that have a different perspective and love them well, be able to recognize truth from error and be able to engage them in a way that's godly and good and gospel Christ-centered. I would love to see just more and more of just a diverse campus that looks like our community and in a godly way that represents the different ways that the community looks here. I'd love to see mission trips locally and within the U.S. and even abroad, giving just a global perspective of partnering with churches that have
I'm Michaela Buchanan, Northside Junior, and Northside Athletics would like to thank Mike Miller with Country Financial for their generous support. Mike Miller is a Country Financial representative providing insurance and financial services in the Wiregrass area. Phone 334-828-8280. Scott Stevens Tire and Service is a proud supporter of Northside Athletics, specializing in tires and auto repair. I'm Autumn Dressler, a senior cross-country and track and field athlete at Northside. Thank you to Scott Stevens Tire and Service for their generous support. Phone number 334-794-6969.
The Joy FM is honored to help celebrate 10 years of football with Northside Methodist Academy. Thank you to those pioneers that paved the way for future generations to shine the light for Jesus Christ on and off the field. Congratulations from all of us at the Joy FM.
This is Mike Mordecai from Northside Methodist Academy in Dothan, where we are building champions for life. With our athletic programs, we value character above all else. Our dedicated coaching staff teaches young men and women how to use God's gift for His glory. Northside Methodist competes in the Alabama High School Athletic Association. For more information, see our website at nmacademy.net or call 334-794-7273 to schedule a school tour. Northside Methodist Academy is a nonprofit business ministry partner with the Joy FM.
Hi, I'm Callie Thompson, Northside cheerleader class of 2025, and it's time for the second half kickoff on the Joy FM. Go Knights, go!
Welcome back to Rip Stadium. Getting set for the kickoff, and Chuck, the time ran down, and then they did that thing like they like to do, is add more time on the clock.
Yeah. It always poses a curveball.
So, really cool to hear from the head of school about all the things that the Lord is doing at Northside. And our last interview a few weeks ago with the principal, Andrea Johnson, there was definitely a theme that I kind of picked up on, is that the Lord is working at Northside, and it's using the small groups that they have incorporated out of the chapel services, and to see how students are responding to that and how they're pouring into these students intentionally seems to be making an impact. When you hear them talk about how teachers are actually becoming more ministerial, more discipleship than just opening the book and doing a math problem. There's something seems like is really starting to take hold there, which is really exciting to hear.
It's very exciting, and that should be the goal of every school or higher institute of learning. That really the education comes through relationship, and unfortunately, not to get off into deep end, but that's what has really, I think, been something that's hamstrung academia in the United States. It's become more about the learning of academia or those things, and there's no relationship. In a school setting like Northside, you do have that liberty, and really it's a beautiful thing when you see those young people, and whether it be through a private school setting or through a public school setting, the one thing we've seen, Matt, is the constant of young people that are hungry to learn, and to learn the truth, and not just a truth. But it takes dedicated educators to engage them, to understand the context and where they're coming from, and I'm thankful that that's happening at Northside.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, a word, though, we got a word from headquarters, world headquarters on Montgomery Highway. So what can be maybe given to the situation, not I guess verified on any national or state football rule, but from this I'll quote: the only high school foul that can result in an automatic first down for the offense are a roughing foul. For example, roughing the passer, the kicker, the holder, the long snapper. Fouls such as defensive pass interference, and I add, that doesn't mention in the end zone, or any other personal foul do not bring an automatic first down under high school rules. I agree with that, but the one caveat I would add, what if it's in the end zone?
Yeah.
And so thank you, headquarters, for that. And I'll say I stand partially corrected.
Yeah, we appreciate our good buddy Earl Kelly back at the Joy FM headquarters helping us out tonight. And we're here set for the second half kickoff here. Ashford leads Northside 28-14. And here's the kickoff from Ashford. High short kick, far sideline, picked up at the 23, to the 25, Caleb Watkins to the 30, to the 35, puts his head down, still on his feet, and finally brought down at the 36-yard line.
And almost a carbon copy of what happened the last time Ashford kicked off from us. The young Mr. Caleb Watkins loves to deliver a hit at the end of the run. So good starting field position. Listen, Matt, these 14 points from what we've seen in this game, that is not insurmountable. The Knights come out, they establish rhythm. Again, I think that the playbook stands firm. Rhythm, stop the run.
Pistol formation, 2 wide receivers to each side. Start this drive. Here's the snap, give up to Clemens up the middle, slips the tackle, puts his head down, still going, gets up to about the 40-yard line, gain of about 3.
Positive yardage, get ahead of the sticks, maybe run a little quicker, and let's see if we can't make it 3rd and short.
So 2nd down and about 7.
I like the call there on 1st down for the Knights, Matt, to get something positive established after really a bizarre first half, and when we look very good and they look very bad.
Yeah, absolutely. Two wide receivers to each side again, pistol formation. Here's the snap. Back to pass is Hicks, throws quickly, has his man caught as Caleb Watkins, and he is tripped up. I would have thought they would have given him forward progress up to the 45.
Well, you got the side judge on the other side showing that progress, but
they did not give it to him, though.
Wow.
So ball spotted at the 44-yard line. They'll bring up 3rd down and 3. So they need a 1st down here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Quantavian Harris on the tackle there for the Yellow Jackets. That young man, 5'7", 147, really brought up Watkins toe for toe there.
Let's see if they do another give here to Clemens. Here's the snap. And it is. Give up Clemens coming around the near side. Puts his head down. He's going to be about a half a yard short, I think, Chuck.
Hey, I'd be shocked if they didn't go for it right here. You're less than a yard away from getting the 1st down. Really, they hadn't thrown us for a loss tonight on a run play. I say you go for it right here.
Gave him a really good spot. They gave him 1st down. They gave him a really good spot. Maybe made up for that last bad spot, Chuck.
And must have.
Ashford fans don't like it. It's always fun sitting in between the fans.
It is, and for those that aren't here, both fans are on the same side.
Yeah.
And there's supposed to be this neutral zone that's guarded by this thin yellow rope that's totally disregarded.
Nobody does it. 1st and 10, and we got movement.
That's going to be on the Knights.
Probably going on the Knights for, actually they call delay of game. He moved when he was supposed to. The clock just ran out of time.
The left tackle had a better vision of the game than we did. He said, I'm going to move now because the clock's dead.
Sometimes you just, you know what? You just got to laugh.
You do.
All right, 1st and 15, 2 wide receivers to each side for the Knights. Pistol formation. Here's the snap from Hicks. Low snap, back to pass. Under pressure, steps up. Now he's rolling out to the far side, looking for somebody. Throws, has a man wide open. It's Clemens. He's got the 1st down at the 40. Slips the tackle, falls down towards the 35.
I tell you what, Hicks did an outstanding job there, Matt, of avoiding the being tackled, staying in the pocket, rolling out, and finding the open man. Eyes downfield. Outstanding. They're running quick.
Quickly to the line. Here's a snap. Give us a Clemens. Stutter steps, pushes forward, gets across the 30. Gain of about 5.
Great 1st down play there. Had something working, pulling the left tackle.
Got a flag right there at the 30. Maybe another face mask?
It has to be. It couldn't be anything offensively, I would think. Not right there, Matt.
It is. Personal foul face mask, and so that'll march them up 15 more yards. So the Knights, good opening drive here, but the Achilles heel tonight has been the goal-to-goal offense.
Let's just see what happens right here. This is where they really, I don't know, it just seems like we're going away from different plays. I don't know if we can't shove it in when it gets tight. I would love to see, let's run up the middle some more. Off tackle, let's see what can happen here.
Ball's at the 16-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Knights. 2 wide receivers each side again, pistol formation. Here's the snap. Back to pass is Hicks, looking, under pressure. Now he's running, slips, and he's dropped, sacked. Couldn't get his foot together. If he could have been running.
Absolutely. He just couldn't avoid the last defensive player for the Yellow Jackets come in. Jesus Ragland sophomore for the Yellow Jackets. Just couldn't avoid him. Again, Matt, 1st and 10 inside the red zone now, 2nd and almost 20.
Yeah, that's been tough tonight. It's just been kind of weird how they've been able to move the ball down the field inside the red zone, and then when they get down there, they start moving backwards. Maybe they can come up with something here. Pistol formation again, 2 wide receivers to each side. Look for Caleb Watkins in the slot. Back to pass is Hicks. Now he's under pressure again, slips the tackle, moves forward, now he's running. Still looking for somebody. Throw it. Throws it over the middle. He caught it at the 11. That was Fitzcarter, the kicker.
And I'm not sure he was the intended receiver, but he was there.
But he was the right place at the right time.
I tell you what.
Man, that play took forever.
It did. The Knights excel in exciting plays.
They really do. Quickly come to the line, 3rd down and 7. And the give is to Clemens. Puts his head down, gets across the 10. He's going to be about 2 yards short. Well, I'm guessing they're going to go for it here, Chuck.
What?
Might as well.
At least for the first 4th down and goal, they'll go for it.
I guess so.
We're calling timeout, Matt.
Well, what are we waiting on? It's sort of, been 6 minutes in the game, in the first half, or the second half here. Have you joined us late? Both teams spent all of their timeouts in the first 13 minutes of this game.
And let's see, 4 of the 6 in a 2-minute span.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like, it was really interesting. 7:29 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Okay, Matt, so now we have the responsibility, dare I say, the command to guess what they're going to run here.
Here's what I'm seeing is the passing. They're not getting. It's not getting enough time generally speaking, not getting enough time to throw the ball, to find a man open. They're covering the receivers pretty well. Got to run it. Got to find a run. And it would be nice to be able to, they have an I formation package and try to get an extra, or they had a couple of guys that would sit off the wing side and follow those blockers. Maybe do that. Maybe something roll out to the far side with some blockers and try to get those 3 yards.
I agree totally. But
they are going to line up in the triple trip again. 3 wide receivers to each side. And they've got Ashford's got numbers.
And
guess what?
A timeout.
Well, they had to match. They had to match Northside's timeout. So we've got another timeout. This is hilarious.
It is.
Chuck.
It's almost comical. Well, it's not almost. It's absolutely comical. But you can't fault the Yellow Jacket staff for doing that. You saw that, and the Knights had some success with that, especially going to the left side. You could see that setting up. That's where they had the really strong runners out there to the left side. But I'm like you, Matt. It just, hey, let's maybe either set up a draw, something up the middle.
Yeah.
See if we can't get it. The defensive front for the Yellow Jackets have really been putting the pressure on Hicks in any kind of passing situation. They've been blitzing, they've been stunning, and our guys haven't been able to pick it up.
Well, they're going to do this triple trip thing, the Eagle formation, as Coach Gainey calls it. Got a man in motion. Back to pass is Hicks. He's under pressure. Slips the tackle. Now throws into the end zone. Caught! Touchdown, Northside. Oh, he dropped it.
No, that's got to be a touchdown.
That's got to be a touchdown. He had 2 steps. That did. Called it a touchdown. He made the football move and then dropped it as he got hit.
That's the right call.
So the Knights cut the lead in half, potentially here with the extra point attempt. I like you, Chuck. That's the right call there.
I think that's the right call, Matt.
I do, too.
I've questioned some of them tonight, but he caught the ball, brought it into his belly, and it crossed the plane.
Yep. And then as he got hit, the ball came out.
That's right.
I think I'm like you. I think that's a completion and a touchdown. Right call there. Fitzcarter on for the extra point. Kick is up. Ooh, a low kick, and he missed that one.
No good.
So 7:21 to go, 3rd quarter. Northside cuts the deficit. 28-20 is our score. You're listening to Northside Knights football on the Joy FM.
Northside football is thankful for support from Hangar 38. Located at 3120 Ross Clark Circle in Dothan, I'm Jesse, senior linebacker at Northside football. And Hangar 38 can host birthday parties or even team building events. Phone 334-699-6350.
Northside has been named the best private school in the Wiregrass for the last 2 years in a row. I'm Edie Ezel, class of 2025. To learn more about Northside and if it's a fit for your student, check out nmacademy.net.
I'm JT Haney, senior class president at Northside, and we want to thank the Joy FM for helping us celebrate 10 years of Knights football. Go Knights, go!
28-20 our score after the opening drive for Northside. Cuts the deficit. And here's the kickoff from Fitz Carter. High short kick to the near sideline. And caught at the 31, makes a move, pushed out of bounds at the 37.
Yep, that's
been the plan for both teams all night.
Yeah, that's the strategy you need to go with.
Knights defense needs to get a stop here. And, I mean, I know that they weren't planning for this run and shoot attack of the Yellow Jackets. None of us were, but they got to get ready here for anything.
Yeah, you would hope maybe the staff says let's make these adjustments defensively. Maybe run a blitz or two, a delayed safety blitz, something to disrupt what the Yellow Jackets have had going on with their passing attack.
They come out with 2 wide receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side.
4 down linemen for the Knights.
Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Give. No, keeper. Going around the outside. He's got some room to the 45. Gets the first down across the 50-yard line into Knights territory at the 46.
A great job of blocking on the right side that time for the Yellow Jackets to spring the quarterback loose. Looked to be Braylon Bigham, a sophomore, made the key block to spring that big quarterback for the first down.
They come out to the line, 2 wide receivers to each side again. And the keeper fumble. Ball's on the ground.
Oh, my soul.
And he falls on it. Ashford falls on it, the quarterback. And Knights couldn't even get in the backfield to get back there.
It stayed on the ground forever.
Yeah. It was like a top out there.
It was. Aaron Lewis spun his wheels trying to get to it. It was just like no one wants to recover that loose ball.
So 2nd down and 13 after the loss.
Before that play, Matt, I was going to say for the Yellow Jackets, Lewis has had a solid ball game. He's thrown a good ball.
He really has.
He's run very hard, but then had that little miscue.
Really good for a linebacker.
Excellent.
As he's listed in our list. Here's a man in motion to the near side. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Looking. Throws. Has his man caught at the 40-yard line. And he's going to be dropped near the first down marker.
Not that it will be a shot to our listeners, but that reception was made by number 17, Cameron Fields. Has he dropped one tonight, Matt? Anything's been close to it,
so
he's hauled it in.
Every time. And they're really respecting him, giving him a lot of cushion up there.
They really have.
Better watch where he's at. He's offsides right now. 1st and 10 for Ashford at the 36. And the keeper is Lewis, going around the outside, pushes forward, and he gets hit, stood up about the 30. That was a good 7-yard gain.
You know, just watching them do these plays, Matt, they're working on something, the Yellow Jackets are. They're running 2 different plays. We got 2 Yellow Jackets cramping.
Yeah.
One down on the field now, and don't think he's seriously hurt, Matt, but we'll just pray now that, Father, that you in Jesus' name would cause healing to come upon his body, that you would marshal those things within him to alleviate those cramps. And, God, we thank you. There's been no serious injuries so far this evening. We pray and thank you for these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. That touchdown pass or that catch for Northside, wasn't that Jaden Watkins? Do you remember that?
It was.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Our good buddies up at the Wolf booth up above us, covering the game as well tonight, was wanting to confirm that. That's what I was thinking it was too. So 2nd down and 3 for Ashford as they still attend to the gentleman down on the field.
What I was about to say, Matt, was they have run basically 2 sets, and maybe run a little audible off of it, but it's run-pass option, heavy run-pass option, or run-run option with that belly play, and Lewis has kept the ball running hard, and then they pop that across the middle or to number 17 Fields, and that's all they've done in this first 6.5 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. It's working for them.
It is.
You'd hope that Northside could. You don't expect them to be able to. They're not going to kick a field goal.
Nope.
So you just got to keep them out in the end zone. I mean, really, that's the deal. But you got to stop them. And right now, the only thing that's stopping Ashford is themselves, with either like the fumble or the penalties or something like that. So
young man injured for the Yellow Jackets, Zoran Peterson, a 5'8", 10th grader at 150 pounds.
Really cramped up bad because they really were trying to rub that out, and they're kind of helping him off the field.
I think both legs cramped up at the same time the way it looked.
And that's painful.
It is, absolutely.
So 2nd down and 3. They come to the line. 2 wide receivers to each side. Shotgun formation. Knights showing blitz. Give up the middle. Bounces at the outside. He's got a first down to the 25, the 20. He runs in his own man and falls down at the 20-yard line.
That's what you risk, Matt, when you show run blitz that early and stack it. All it takes is pop out from the outside because there is man-to-man coverage. That man goes deep. There's nobody on the outside to make containment. Easy first down for the Yellow Jackets.
Just under 5 minutes to go, third quarter. First down for Ashford. They lead by 8. Driving this again. 2 wide receivers to each side. Shotgun formation. Running back on his right hip. Here's the snap. Keeper. Lewis up the middle. Gets to the 15. Drop to the 14. That'll bring up 2nd down. There's a flag down late.
Very late.
Personal foul, face mask on Ashford.
Wow.
Is that face mask or illegal hands to the face?
I would say illegal hands to the face.
I know you can do an offensive face mask, but it's so rare that. Wow.
But it was the referee that called that.
It is. And it backs him up all the way to the 29-yard line. So it brings up 1st and 18.
Maybe it's the same call. Earl, look that up for us, would you?
Our rules analyst back at the station.
Hey, we could give him a microphone. He could be the booth rules analyst like they do on the other. We have our rules specialist here.
Rules specialist, that's it. So they line up with 2 running backs in the backfield this time on either side of the quarterback. Here's the snap. Keeper going up the middle. He's hit, still on his feet, still slipping tackles, and finally tripped up at the 16.
Wow, I tell you what, Aaron Lewis is running like he wants to take this game on his shoulders and doing quite well. 2 missed tackles by the Knights there. Braylon Clements saved the touchdown run by making that shoestring tackle.
2nd down and 5. Knights defense just can't seem to figure out what is happening here with these different looks, but they're just running it every time.
He is. It's just a read option.
Shotgun formation for Lewis again. Here's a snap. Keeper going up the middle. He's hit and gets a couple of yards, but he's going to be short of the first down. Brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, you don't have to be a football analyst to figure out what the Yellow Jackets doing here. It's number 4. And everybody else right now, and maybe he'll chunk it to 17 every now and then.
Yeah, there's I believe it was a few years ago. I remember watching this game, and Ashford figured out that we couldn't stop them up the middle, and they just ran the quarterback draw all night long. We were powerless to stop them. It's kind of what it feels like now. Here's a snap, give up the middle this time, and he's going to have a first down. It looks like inside the 10-yard line.
They went up 1 digit that time and gave it to number 5, Jesus Ragland, another linebacker in the backfield for the Yellow Jackets.
So that stops the clock briefly. 2:48 to go, third quarter. Ashford just taking their time and running down the field. They lead by 8.
You know, for the Knights here, you got to find something. You got to find a solution to the run. do some stunts. They tried that on the run, but they showed their hand too early a minute ago.
Well, I know it's been working for them is to run the ball, but I wouldn't be surprised if they decide to try to throw it now. We got 3 wide receivers, and it's going to be a run to the outside, number 5 again, and he's going to be pushed forward, short of the goal line. He's going to be at the 1.
Not a bad open field tackle by the Knights. I can't make out the number from this distance with the dark uniforms, but he came up from the linebacker position after going to the flat to cover a pass. At least delayed the touchdown run.
Looks like they spotted it at the 2. So 2nd and goal. Knights could really use a turnover would be really good.
Oh, you dialed that one up there.
Of course, I could eat a cherry turnover right now. That'd be pretty tasty. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Give up the middle again, and he's going to be in for the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, they got one guy throwing it short. The other guy's calling it from the opposite side.
Yeah, they're both on agreement.
Now they concur.
So that looks, and we got flags again on the field.
That was going to be against the Knights, I believe.
Which will probably be enforced on the kickoff, I would guess. And it is, you're right, unsportsmanlike conduct on Northside. So just frustration probably.
I think so, Matt. You've been pushed down the field. Maybe you thought the guy got stopped. You got one referee calling touchdown, the other one calling it not. And just let the emotions get the better of you.
So waiting here for, I would assume that goes on the kickoff.
I think so, Matt. It'll be enforced on the kickoff.
Yep, he just pointed to the kickoff. So here's the 2-point conversion because they don't apparently kick the ball. Because we haven't seen them do it tonight.
Well, that first time. And it was bad and not good.
That's true. Here's the snap. Goes up the middle. He's hit, and he's not going to get there. So it's a 14-point lead for Ashford. 1:34 to go, third quarter. So the Knights are going to have to get another drive down like they did to start the second half.
Absolutely.
Points on the board and see if they can figure out how to stop this offense.
You know, 1.5 to go in the third quarter. Still a whole quarter to play, and they're right back where they were as the half began. Not out of it, but to the point where they've got to score and then find a solution for what Ashford's doing offensively.
Absolutely. So they're going to tee it up here, get ready for the kickoff.
You know, you'd love to see something break really quick here because you know it's going to be a short kickoff.
Yeah, they're going to been doing a little short kickoffs to about the 30 to 25-yard line. And, I'd love to see one broken and run down the field a little bit farther than the 40-yard line.
just for something a little different.
What's weird is they haven't marked off the penalty yardage yet.
Yeah, they need to do that, don't they? The Ashford coaching staff is reminding them of that.
Yeah, they're still trying to figure out where it's going.
It's
still trying to figure it out. It's a 15-yard penalty, so it should go to the Northside 45 to kick it. So
and I wouldn't think that the okay.
All right, so maybe we've got it figured out now. Let's see what they do here. Probably another short kick, but see if Northside can get at least some kind of a run back here to get that field position. Here's the kick. Another short kick, fielded at the 12. Watkins coming around the near side, up the middle, across the 25, down at the 28-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Northside at 1:26 to go, third quarter. Trailing by 14. So, Chuck, let's see what the Knights do here to move the ball. They've done a lot of different things tonight to try to see if they could. The running game is really what they've struggled with a lot this year. Has really been
it's
the
been
thing
successful.
That's been the best thing.
It has, Matt. And it's between the tackles. They've run the ball well. They've been able to bounce it out a bit. Watkins has had a good night running the ball. Get to a point now where we need to do it quickly.
Here's the snap. Give us to Clemens. Trying to get around the outside. Spins and he gets down to the back of the line. Well, they're going to give him a yard.
And, of course, as soon as we say it's been running well, it stopped for a yard.
They stopped for a yard. And they put extra guys on that side to try to get blocks, and they just he still couldn't get past it.
Well, I did notice that Ashford brought the four-man front, and the linebackers came up quick, maybe seeing that Northside was going to run the ball.
So under a minute to go, third quarter. 2nd down and 8. Kind of definitely a different look here for the Knights. Telegraphing the run play. Give up the middle, and boy, he got nothing. He got hit hard.
And that was Lewis, the quarterback, from his linebacker position.
Yep.
I don't know what happened at halftime, Matt, but that young man was playing well in the first half, but he's turned it up a notch here in the second half.
He really has. Must have had some Gatorade or something. So I don't think they're going to snap the ball here. As the end of the third quarter comes to an end. So it looks like that's what they're going to do. They're going to let this clock go down. Ashford leads at the end of the third quarter, 34-20. And Chuck, I think you've got a special guest with you over there. Take it away.
I do. We have Elizabeth Hall here. And Elizabeth, first of all, it's good to see you.
Good to see y'all too.
Can you hear me beside the band?
I think so, yes.
Well, tell me what's going on with Northside now and what you're doing there and what God's doing as far as like the Samaritan's Purse projects and all what you see the Lord doing there.
So we have our Interact Club, which we call Knights in Action, because basically it's set up that we want to be able to go and serve others throughout our area as well. But one of the main projects that we're doing right now is the Operation Christmas Child shoeboxes through Samaritan's Purse. And next week we'll start the drop-offs for that from November 1st through November 17th. So we're encouraging all families, especially Northside families, but then really anybody who wants to pack those shoeboxes with the necessities, with the toys for kids. But the best thing about it, I think, is that before those kids even receive those shoeboxes, they're presented with the gospel. They're told about Jesus, and that the reason that we even give gifts is because Jesus is the best gift.
Have you seen one grade more than another really taking that ownership of it and getting excited about packing those shoe boxes?
You know, it really depends. This is my first year being on the middle school and the high school side of it. I've had elementary for the past 5 years. So elementary, I know, always brings a ton.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited to get to see the high school side of it this year, too, and see what all they bring. But we're actually taking our juniors and seniors that are in the Interact Club up to Atlanta to work in the distribution center for Operation Christmas Child at the end of November, too. So we're excited about that.
Well, that's exciting, Elizabeth. Thank you for joining us, and God bless, and as God continues to bless you and your family and the work at Northside.
Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely.
Third down play, long pass play to Jaden Watkins, just overthrown slightly. He was also double covered. And so that brings up fourth down, and I think for the first time tonight, Chuck, Northside's going to punt.
I was wondering that, Matt.
Thank you.
4th and 10, a little bit long to go for it in that deep territory. And you would hope that we can get out there and stop them this next round of downs.
Good snap and a low sidewinding kick from Fitz Carter. It's going to be down by the Knights at the Ashford 44-yard line.
Just a bit, let our listeners view it a little bit. Number 3 for the Yellow Jackets wanted so badly to run up and catch that ball on the first and second bounce, and I thought his coach was going to go into cardiac arrest on the side. I think he was daring him to do it. He just didn't want him to even come close touching the ball.
Yeah, that's for sure. 11:45 to go in the ball game. Knights trail by 14, and Ashford's got the ball. Knights need to find a stop here, an answer to Mr. Lewis, who has just been, he must have 400 yards tonight, passing and running. Feels like it anyway.
He's got a lot, Matt. And at what point does this young man experience fatigue?
Oh, he wasn't ready for that snap, but he's got it, looking for his man, throws over the middle, incomplete. It was all he could do, just get rid of it. But he was not ready for that snap.
No, he wasn't. I don't know if that was fatigue that we prophesied or just some miscommunication.
Maybe he couldn't hear from the band.
Yeah, from his own band.
His own band, yeah. Yeah. Well,
they sound good, but the timing wasn't great for that.
Yeah. Well, like we've said, the only thing that stopped them tonight is themselves.
I agree. It's the Yellow Jackets have really, to be a team just with three wins on the year, Matt? Is that right?
Yeah.
They look stronger than a 3-win team to me.
They do. Back to passes, Lewis. Under pressure now. He's rolling, throws to the near sideline. 17's got it. Guess who? But they wrapped him up near the 50-yard line. Somebody lost a helmet out there. And we got an injured player. So I didn't see who that number was. Did you?
I did not, Matt. But he went down. He was chasing he was chasing Lewis and went down after. I think he slipped on the field. I'm not sure.
Hopefully it's maybe just a cramp or something like that. We'll pray for him. Father, we just lift up this young man here that's on the field for Northside. We just pray that it's nothing serious and that he can get up off the turf here and walk off the sideline and get back in this game. I believe that's the center, Chuck, for the Knights. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen, Matt.
The only reason I know that, or I think that's because he's got those shoes that look like skin color.
Yep.
It looks like he's barefoot.
That's right. They're working on that right knee.
Yeah.
It has a brace on it, but
yeah, that doesn't look like a cramp to me.
No, but I would be thinking if it was anything with the knee, he wouldn't be working it out that much.
Well, and he is jogging off the field, number 75 for the Knights.
Ross Overby.
So they're gold. That's what those are. Those are gold cleats.
Okay. Now we can get a better look.
With my, near 50-year-old eyes, they
really look a lot like a ballet shoe.
Yeah, they really do.
I didn't want to say that out loud, but it just came out. Earl, forgive me.
So 3rd down and 4 for Ashford. See if the Knights can get a stop here. Need to stop here. 2 wide receivers to each side for the Yellow Jackets. Lewis in the gun. Now 17 in motion to the far side. Here's the snap. Quickly throws to number 17. He's got it. He makes the man miss. He's down the sideline. He's got the first down. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds near the 40.
I know the Ashford coaches will be happy. 81 that time for the Yellow Jackets. You don't have to really lock up and block anyone. You let him make the move, and you go with him and just push him out of the way. And that's exactly what Alex Swain did with the Knight defender. He committed to the inside. Swain just blocked him off the runner, and Fields read it and made the play.
Ball spotted at the Northside 41-yard line, 1st and 10. 11:04 to go. Ashford has a 14-point lead here. Here's the snap to Lewis. Keeper coming around the near side. Now he cuts it up the middle. Gets hit. Drop. Gain of about 4.
Man, I'm not sure that was not a busted play. It didn't look like
another
anything.
flag.
Someone said something they shouldn't have, is all I know, Matt.
Yep.
Referee he dug deep and threw that straight up in the air.
And it's going to be on Northside. So another unsportsmanlike conduct. Knights got to, looks like Gainey is going to need to call timeout here. I know that we joked about that earlier, but, it's one of those things where we've got to kind of get our emotions in check before, something worse happens.
Yeah, coach is coaching up right now on the sideline. That's one thing he won't stand for, and he's expressing truth to that young man, I promise you.
Yeah, he definitely is. So 1st and 10 now for Ashford. Ball's at the Northside 22. Shotgun formation. I bet they run here, Chuck. Give us the number 5 around the outside, up the middle, gets to the 10. 1st and goal for Ashford.
Ashford's running downhill the entire second half, Matt. It's just, it literally seems like the field is tilted because they are just running. It seems like they kicked another gear.
Well, they actually marked him at the 11. So it's 1st and 10, not 1st and goal.
Ragland that time running the ball for the Yellow Jackets. Steady dose of run left, run right, throw to 17.
Shotgun formation, letting the clock kind of tick down. Snap, give. Number 5, he's hit, slips a tackle, coming around the inside, across the 5, falls forward to about the 2.
Tell you what, Braden Clements, the past 2 tackles, he's gone low and stopped a big man running the ball. But just give it to the Yellow Jackets. They got it rolling right now. If you're the Knights, you want a turnover right here. Something happened. Ashford commits some penalties. Hard to stop them right now, though, Matt.
Yeah, just no answer really. It's just they're just dominating that line of scrimmage. Ashford is obviously just out bigger, definitely bigger on the offensive line for sure. Run up the middle for Lewis, and I guess he's short.
Yeah, he's not short by much, but again, the linebackers came hard. I'll give the Knights credit. They're not just rolling over.
No, they're not. They're doing all they can do. So that gave them a first down because they could have gotten a first down, and of course they did inside the 1 yard line.
Jordan Sanford back in for the Knights. Caleb Watkins back in for the Knights defensively.
So first and goal inside the 1 yard line. Expect to see Lewis kind of run this ball up the middle again. Here's the snap. Gave number 5 this time, and he is in for the touchdown.
Ragland for the Yellow Jacket scores over the left guard on that run. Really untouched to the end zone, Matt, and up by commanding 20, looking to go 21 or 22.
And lining up for the 2-point conversion.
It just seems to be the story of really this year, Matt. Northside, at many stretches of the ball game, is more than competitive, playing toe-to-toe with the opponent. But as the game wears on, size plays a bigger factor.
Yeah. Quick pitch out to the outside in the flat, and don't think he got it.
I tell you what, heart and grit is what stopped that 2-point conversion.
Yeah, absolutely. So 8:49 to go in the ball game. It's now 40-20 Ashford. And, we talked about it, Chuck, a little bit at halftime, too, that, off air, that, Northside is, really probably a better fit in 2A. And, and I believe, if I've heard this right, they got put in 3A by, I think it was like 4 or 5 students.
Wow.
It was a really close gap. So when you talk about it, they're a very small 3A. And, of course, with the Alabama High School putting a 1.35 or whatever it is on a private school compared to a public school, that's makes it kind of hard, when you're right on that line there. So there's a lot of teams from the Independent School Association that reportedly leaving and going to Alabama High School, so it'll be interesting to see what that does to the numbers. This is a kickoff. Taking it across the 30, slips the tackle across 35, falls forward to the 39.
And Ashford Northside have been using that same strategy on every kick, and I've noticed where Ashford really floods that left side, and they are just coming at an angle, almost like they know where the runner's going to be. It's well drawn up. Kind of been watching that each time they've kicked off. It's worked well for them.
So see what the Knights can do here to just kind of make the score a little more respectable, now trailing by 20. They break the huddle with 3 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. It's Caleb Watkins, it looks like, on the far one-on-one. Now Clemens in motion to the near side, nobody in the backfield. Hicks back to pass, looking. Now he's under pressure. Rolls out, looking, still throws, now in the middle of the field. And it's caught by Caleb Watkins. What a catch.
Unbelievable.
Let's pause for station identification. You're listening to Joy FM.
Northside Knights football on the Joy FM. WIZV Abbeville Dothan, WPHH Hope Home Montgomery, WTID Graceville Florida, and worldwide on the Joy FM Alabama mobile app. I'm Noah Davis, senior defensive lineman at Northside. Now back to the action.
Matt, that's one of the better catches you'll ever see anywhere.
Yeah, it was. Somebody just threw a towel on the field. I thought it was a challenge flag, but it was just a towel for Ashford. Looks like we've got the refs are going to stop something here because they were getting ready to. He's got his flag in his hand and he's walking.
I don't know
what
if
we're
it
doing.
came out of his pocket or what.
They're marking off a penalty on Ashford, and I don't know what it's for because we've never seen anything, but it's 15 yards. They've moved it all the way to the Ashford 34.
I never saw the call.
I didn't either. I was looking at the ref, and he just wound the clock, so we're not. We missed that one.
It had to be some type of personal foul.
Yeah, it had to be. Had to be. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Back to pass is Hicks. Looking, has time. Still looking. Now he's under pressure. Slips the tackle, rolling to the far side, throws, and it's caught at the 30-yard line. Gain of about 6.
I tell you what, Hicks has that play down pat. I just run for your life, throw across your body, and let your receiver catch it on the turf.
Well, it reminds me of when I was a kid and we would just, we'd play football in the front yard, and it was just like, go get open. You just tell it, go get open.
Y'all go out, I'm going to throw it.
Get open, and I'll
Hey, you
run
may
around.
not remember this name, Matt, but he reminds you of a Fran Tarkenton.
Yeah.
He just runs like it's incredible.
2nd down and 5. Back to pass. Again, Hicks looking, throws, and it's intercepted. That one sailed on him, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds at the 37-yard line, or he'd have been gone for 6.
Yeah, he would have. He telegraphed that one.
Yeah, that ball sailed on him. He's usually been real good about, putting that right into the receiver. That one's kind of just got away from him.
And the guy that made the interception is immediately cramped up now after celebrating and going off the field with help from his teammates.
Yeah. And then we got a flag on the far sideline, too. I don't know if that was before or during the play. I don't know what that was.
I don't know.
So we're going to pay close attention here, Chuck, to see if we can get a signal.
I would say it's going to be against the Yellow Jackets. I'm just not sure what.
Sideline warning. That's what that looked like.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually a penalty.
That's predictable. I guess there's no warnings.
Yeah.
Because I don't recall them.
Apparently, it was after the interception.
Dead ball, sideline warning.
Yeah. Yeah, there was. So sideline infraction. There was no warning there. I guess it was pretty bad then.
Yeah, maybe excess celebration.
Yeah, maybe so. Of course, if I'm the Yellow Jackets, I'd probably do the same thing.
I can't blame them for that.
That's right. So 7:24 to go in the ball game. Ashford gets the ball, hands it up the middle, and didn't get much there. That's about one of the few times they didn't get a gain.
Yeah, it looks like they had a new running back in there for the Yellow Jackets on that play. Northside calls a timeout.
So, Chuck, talk a little bit about college football tomorrow. It's always because it's Saturday.
Yeah, it's one of those rare days that I'll just get to cheer for whomever. The team I particularly care for is they're idle tomorrow.
Oh.
In preparation for a big game next weekend against LSU.
Okay.
How about your Sooners?
They play Kansas.
So they're idle as well.
Well, no. Kansas is, they can throw the ball. They can put some points up. They've shown signs where they're like really good, and then they've shown signs where they look really bad. So they look like Kansas.
They're not the Jayhawks of old for football.
Yeah.
They're playing pretty good ball.
They are, and they beat UCF by over 30 points, and then UCF comes to Norman and just about beats Oklahoma. So I don't know what to expect tomorrow. I'll be driving to Nashville tomorrow. We're gonna. Mark and I are going to get to go watch the Tennessee Titans play Sunday as they wear their Houston Oilers uniforms. So that's going to be kind of fun.
I can see the runs to the
fumble. Oh, and he gets dropped.
Runs to the gift shop are going to be many.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of a cool thing. I mean, I grew up kind of a Oiler fan, and And I have never really talked about the Oilers to Mark. It's just been kind of one of those things where he kind of saw some stuff that I had that was Oilers, and he knew that, we kind of talked about, hey, they used to be in Houston, they used to be the Oilers, now they moved to Tennessee, and the
baby blue, or the Oiler blue, I guess you would want to call it,
Yep.
is a very in color now.
Yep. So this is like, they did this a few years ago. I guess it was 2008. But this was the old ones, like from the 60s when they first came in the AFL.
Oh, yeah.
This one is more of what they wore in the 90s with Warren Moon and everything. Here's a snap on 3rd and long. Back to pass, throws deep down the middle of the field, and it should have been intercepted. It was almost caught after 3 Knights defenders ran into each other to catch it.
That's just the way it's gone tonight for the Knights. You got 3 guys against 1. They go up at the same time to catch the ball and knock it out of their own hands. And the Yellow Jacket receiver almost came down with the ball.
Yeah, it sure did. But it's 4th down, thankfully. So 6:14 to go. And it'll be a punt for Yellow Jacket. So anyway, it's going to be kind of fun. It may be the last game. Derrick Henry is a Tennessee Titan. There's rumors he's going to get traded.
Is that right?
Yeah. And
now bring me up to speed on that. I mean, is he not a prolific runner still? I mean,
he is, but he's the end of his contract.
Okay.
And so he's 29 years old, and for a running back,
he's got some miles on the wheels.
He does. Here's the punt, low punt.
Effective
punt. A Ashford bounce, and they're going to let it go, and it's going to be down at the 27-yard line. So we'll see. It may be Mark's got a Derrick Henry Houston Oiler jersey that he's going to be wearing, so could be the last time we see him. I hope not. I hope he plays, but some more. But also another thing is that Tannehill for the Titans is hurt, so we don't know if he's going to play. And the rumor is, if he doesn't, we'll see the NFL debut of Will Levis.
Oh, wow.
So they'll probably play both him and Malik Willis as their 2. They've got both those guys. I guess they can't decide who they're going to develop, so. And Tannehill is in the last year of his contract, so this is probably the end of it for him as well.
And who are the Titans playing?
They're playing the Atlanta Falcons. Back to pass is Hicks looking down the field. Had all kinds of time. Still trying to find somebody. Dancing around. Throws. And he gets hit. That should be an interference call. I don't know where the flag is because there it is finally. A little late there, but he got hit before the ball even got there by a long shot. And there's another flag back in the backfield.
That was a strange play, Matt. I'll just go ahead and say it. It was.
I feel bad for these refs tonight. Their arms are going to be tired.
Oh man, the Yellow Jackets rushed 2, maybe.
Yeah.
And I'm interested to see the call coming. Here it is.
They're marching forward. It's a holding against Ashford decline. Pass interference accepted. So both of them against Ashford. They'll take the. This one will be a first down, Chuck, because it goes 15 yards.
But it couldn't go 15 from the 5.
No, it can't.
So therefore, it could not be a first down.
That's right.
Earl, I don't care. I just don't get that. I
don't either. So 2 wide receivers to each side. 1st and 10 for Northside. Hicks back to pass on a low snap. Under pressure. He gets out of it somehow, and now he's looking like Michael Vick out there. Now he's just going to throw it away. He ran back 30 yards and finally got rid of it.
He's really gifted, Matt.
He's run 500 yards tonight for his life.
I tell you what year is Hicks? Is he a senior this year?
Yeah.
Listen, if he goes to college, he will make an extraordinarily gifted intramural flag football player. Because you will not be able to.
You won't be able to. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
He's got a future in it.
Man, alive.
I see a championship in his future.
Man, he just refused to go down. But there's been times where he's had plenty of time, and then there's other times he's running for his life. So.
And I think he knows the field is a bit slippery.
Yeah.
So he takes that to his advantage. He lets the guy get really close to him and spins just enough to where he can keep his balance. But the pursuer cannot.
Pistol formation again. Here's a snap. Low snap again. Back to pass is Hicks. Under pressure. He's hit. Flags down. He better get rid of it. Now he's under. Now he's just going to throw it out of bounds. And the flags are down. That looks like maybe a holding, Chuck.
Yeah, I would be shocked if it's not.
Our receivers are gone down the field so far that they need to come back and try to help our quarterback out.
After running 50 yards, you can't throw it 70. Yeah, they just need to understand that. But he's put some miles on his wheels in the past 3 or 4 downs. I tell you, it seems like we're having a battle of the bands, cowbells, and now a loudspeaker coming from the Northside Methodist student section.
So, have you been keeping up with the stuff with Lincoln Riley at USC?
Yes, that he is the same record as the coach they fired.
But he has mysteriously become under ill, and he's not coaching.
Oh, really?
That's
I did not
the last
know that.
thing. He has a mysterious illness that nobody talking about, and they have somebody else that has stepped in to be the coach. You know, there was some rumors that he was looking at NFL, but I think it's the wrong time of year to do that. You know, to look. I mean, you're not going to go halfway in the season to go to the NFL. You know. Now, I'm not saying there's nothing seriously wrong with it. I'm not saying that at all, and it may be legit, but it's just they've lost 2 games, and
he's AWOL.
The heat is on.
Wow. Wow.
And, of course, you know, Oklahoma fans are loving it because
sure they are.
You know, he ran out of town on Oklahoma, and they feel, you know, betrayed by him and took the whole team with him, and Oklahoma's sitting at 7-0.
You know, it's been many years since it happened, but when Dennis Franchione was the coach at Alabama, and I'll give him credit, he had the Tide fans behind him. He was endearing. Something about him was. And he did well, but then all of a sudden he just leaves, goes to Texas A&M. And that's when I think a lot of Alabama fans began to really dislike A&M.
Yeah.
Because you don't as pathological as it is, we just don't think, you don't make a parallel move out of Alabama. Yeah. But we'd love to see them do poorly.
Johnny Manziel didn't help with that either.
No.
All right, so 2nd down and long. Back to pass is Hicks. Looking. Under pressure, he's going to be brought down. I guess they must have called him that holding call. And now there's another flag that could go either way, Chuck.
I'm not sure how that's going to go. It's unnecessary roughness, maybe? I don't know.
It's unnecessary roughness, but the question is, was it a retaliation that unsportsmanlike? It's a personal foul on Ashford, so it is going to be 15 yards.
Yeah.
All right, so based off of your little explanation from Earl, is that a first down? Even though it's not going to be enough for it on the yardage? It's a personal foul, right? That would be automatic first down?
My argument was a personal foul, pass interference in the end zone.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. I'm with you on that.
But this one is not automatic first down. You just mark off yardage.
Yeah.
But it's in the end zone.
So they did not change it to first down. It's 2nd down now.
Right.
2nd and 8 after the 15 yards. So
the same logic would be if the offensive team commits a holding penalty in the end zone when they're backed up, that's an automatic safety. Because you just
right. Now they've changed it to 3rd down. So I'm not sure what the down is, but it's now the marker says 3rd down. 3rd and 8. 3 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Hicks back to pass. Under pressure again. Steps forward. Now he's running free. He's got some time, but he can't find anybody open. Now he throws it just up in the air. Incomplete. Clemens went right through his hands, but there was just kind of a lot of traffic down there. There's another guy with some gold cleats for Ashford.
So 4th down now for the Knights. I wonder how many yards he's run in the last 8 downs.
Yeah, for sure.
He has covered some territory.
He's conditioned well because he's not cramping up after all that, too.
Yeah, he hydrates before the game. There's no doubt.
Has to. Otherwise, with my bad ankle, I'd have been out before the warm-ups.
Oh, listen,
started.
I'm worn out with just watching him.
Well, we were both winded walking up here with the equipment.
Well,
4th down and 8. Here's a snap. Back to pass is Hicks.
Another blitz.
Yep. They picked it up pretty well. Now he's running to the near side, trying to find somebody. Throws it to the far sideline. He's got it. Oh, and he dropped it. They're going to call it incomplete.
That's the right call.
Fitz Carter landed on the ball, and he's hurt. Chuck, why don't you pray for Fitz there?
Yeah, Lord, we just ask for your mercy to cover that young man, and that you heal him, and, Father, that he be all right. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Coach Gainey is disagreeing with the call of it being an incomplete pass, but I do believe that it's incomplete, and that's what they're going to call it. I think he just landed on the ball there, Chuck.
I think so.
As he came in and probably just knocked the wind out of him. Hopefully that's all it is. He's coming.
Yeah.
He's really. Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. I hope that's all it is, Chuck. He's really in a lot of pain.
He's. It's one of those injuries, Matt, that you really can't explain over the radio.
Yeah. Yeah. It's he's definitely in a lot of pain there. So, 4:23 to go in the ball game. Still 40-20 Ashford. Ashford takes over. And
we got a flag over here. I believe
Another
it's
one?
going to be on the Northside Knights sideline.
Probably arguing the call.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Listen, you can't watch replay. I thought he had it at first, but then the defensive back came in and hit the ball, and it came loose, and I think it was incomplete. I think it was the right call.
I do too. Unfortunately, I think it was the right call. So, another 15 yards. Then I'll move the ball up to all the way to the north side 33-yard line.
Unfortunate. Football's an emotional game. For the most part, emotions have stayed in check, but there's been some foolish.
Yeah, back to
decisions.
pass. For some reason, they're looking to pass. Throws deep down the middle of the field. That's a duck. Somebody catch that. That's intercepted. No, they tried. Incomplete. Yeah, and I'd be curious what the penalty yardage is tonight for
it's a lot.
the entire. There's been a lot of unsportsmanlike, a lot of personal fouls tonight.
It has.
I mean, we've seen them all.
In all honesty, a play like that doesn't really build a camaraderie between the teams.
No, I mean, you're up by 20 with 4 minutes, and you throw a kind of a Hail Mary type pass, jump ball into the end zone.
Yeah. Not a fan of that.
So 2 wide receivers to each side on 2nd and 10 for Ashford. Keeper up the middle is Lewis, slips a tackle, gets stood up, and he's going to get maybe 3 yards. And that's it, 3rd down and 7.
Great sportsmanship going on there now to help the quarterback up. Maybe one of the smaller guys on the Knights defense helped up that big quarterback just then. Love to see that.
So a few scores from around the area. Providence losing to Houston Academy tonight, 49-14.
Ooh.
Dothan, after being down at halftime, is now up on Opelika 38-28.
Wow.
That's also in the 4th quarter. Pike County over Daleville, 35-6. Dale County and Booker T. Washington were tied at the half. That's the last score we have there. Cottonwood, I think they're undefeated. Here's a run out there, and he slips and falls, and now we got flags. That's probably going to be on Northside too. Enterprise all over Jag High School, 41-8. I think Cottonwood's undefeated, don't you?
I think so.
I think they are.
We saw them first year. They looked good then, and they've continued.
So holding on Ashford, actually. Strawn all over Op tonight, 47-0.
Tell you what, that's a ball team that has really gone back to their olden ways. Strawn always used to have a good ball team, but 7 or 8 years ago, they really fell on hard times. But they're top of the region now, aren't they?
I think so. And Northside scored 21 points on them last week. Feels like a win.
Wow.
So Abbeville Christian was one that I had heard that was possibly looking at leaving out the independent school, which Northside kind of got their start with Abbeville Christian. Kind of playing. They hosted them in their first kind of scrimmage game, a spring game, if you will, and then their first game ever kind of was against them. So it's kind of a neat thing. Here's 4th down, going for it. 4th and 9. looks like they're trying to get a different play call. Here's a snap. And he's looking to throw.
That pump pass.
Throws, and it's intercepted. I think I'd like to have seen him just kind of hit that down.
Yeah.
Would have made about 30 yards, but Clemens with the interception. And it's going to be taken over for the Knights at the 15. So with 2:20 to go, Knights have the ball, trailing by 20.
Got the young man that was shaken up a few plays ago, jogging back on the field for the Knights.
Yeah, good to see Fitz Carter back out on the field. So let's see what Knights can do here.
You spoke of the Dothan Wolves. I still have a hard time saying that, but Dothan Wolves coming back on Opelika. I believe they had to have that win tonight to assure a playoff spot. As good a year as they've had, and I think they're ranked 3 or 4 in 7A.
Are they that high?
They're up, maybe 5. I know they're up there.
Here's a snap, low snap. Hicks has it. Looking, under pressure, rolling, throws over the middle, has his man, incomplete. In and out of his hands was Jaden Watkins.
Yeah, hit him in a bad spot. Right between the loop with the 6 and the...
So they've only lost, Dothan's only lost what, to Central?
They've lost 2 games, I think.
And to Auburn, right? By 1 point? Did they lose to Auburn by 1 point, or did they beat Auburn?
I think they beat Auburn.
Okay.
Yeah, they did.
Maybe I was thinking about that last year.
Yeah, they beat Auburn.
They beat Enterprise.
Sure. Yep, they did.
They've beaten just about everybody. Central, I know they didn't beat because they just beat everybody.
Yes. That's a machine in Phoenix City.
Is. Back to pass is Hicks. Under pressure, rolling to the near side.
There's going to be a hold.
Another holding call. Here's the throw. And it's intercepted. What a catch that was.
That was a spectacular interception.
But yeah, I'm like you. It's probably going to be holding, and that should stand with that interception. No, personal foul, chop block. Same result, though.
Yep.
Expect them to decline that and take over. So 1:57 to go. See if they'll just take a knee here.
At this point, that's what you would hope for. So, Matt, building toward next week in the game's finale, and you want to compete to the end and try to represent, first of all, the Lord as well as you can in the school that you attend. What's some things the kids can take from tonight and the kids' coaching staff can accentuate?
Well, I think, they've got to be ready for any kind of changes. You got to be flexible. You can plan all week for an offense and think they're going to do one thing, and then they come out and do something else. You got to change you got to adjust. And you can't get down. You're like, okay, let's figure out a way to stop this. So they got a kind of a short memory. You've heard that about quarterbacks having interceptions. Short memory, go back out there and go after it. And that's kind of what Northside's going to have to do for next week. Get ready for Brockton. There's a handoff going around the outside, and he's hit, still on his feet, dropped just past the 20-yard line, but he'll have a first down.
And it's interesting. Ashford still has their starting offense in there. And, man, those big ones on the offensive line, there's been some pancakes to the undermanned Knight defensive lineman.
Yeah.
But really, I'm kind of surprised they're not substituting some.
Yeah. Well, I'm surprised they're not going ahead and taking a knee here. I think that's probably where they ought to be at. They should be able to just take a knee here.
I think that's what they're going to do now.
Now they're going to do that, looks like, yeah. So, yeah, Northside will travel to New Brockton for the season finale next week. And we'll be with them. We're going to join the road team and go out and call that final game. Hopefully, Knights can finish the season strong with a win. And
that's what I was getting at. You got to say, okay, and I think we've mentioned this the past couple of years. You've got to look at this is more than about just now.
Yeah.
And get those kids to buy into it. What are you doing for those that are coming behind you that you don't know yet?
That's right.
And what foundation are you building? And really see if you can produce some maturity within these young men. Yeah, you want to win now, and you're disappointed, you're tired. All the things come out with losing, quote unquote, losing a ball game.
Yeah.
But that's something you'd want the kids to really grow from and see as the Yellow Jackets celebrate.
Yeah, you know,
their fifth win.
This is the first year for head coach Coach Gainey as the head coach, so he's learning too. Even though he's been with the program, he's learning how to lead this team. And I like Coach Gainey a lot. I like his heart for the Lord, and look forward to seeing what he can build here at Northside with his football program in the years to come. Final score tonight: Ashford defeats Northside 40-20. Homecoming night for Northside, which is a little disappointing on the score, but it was a fun night, a lot of fun for the whole week for the school. And they had their first bonfire pep rally type event last night. Northside did, and so that went off really well. They had a parade today at the school, a lot of fun stuff they've been doing, and so excited for more things to come for the Knights. Next week, like we said, we'll be back on the air here on the Joy FM starting at 6:45 for the pregame as they take on New Brockton, the final game of the season. Chuck, appreciate your help tonight. Joining me on the game, and Hatcher Potter, senior at Northside.
Well
did a
done,
fantastic
Hatcher.
job tonight.
Just like a pro.
Yes, he did. We appreciate him, and look forward to the last game next week. Once again, the final score tonight: Northside falls to Ashford, 40-20. Good night and God bless.
Thank you for listening to Northside Methodist Academy Football. As always, thank you for supporting Northside Athletics. And thanks to all of our sponsors who make this ministry possible. And because it's a ministry, we'd love to partner with you in any of your prayer needs and share with you how to take the next steps in your relationship with Christ. Just call or text the Joy FM prayer line, 800-877-PRAY. That's 800-877-PRAY. Join us again next week for the Knights pregame show starting at 6:45. This has been a presentation of the Northside Methodist Academy Media Team.